So
we are live and in color.
Live and in color.
The
Well,
Melanin
we have no
Pot.
choice but to be in color.
The Melanin Pot.
Because it's either going to be in black and white or color. Either way, we
That's
still color.
We in full blown color.
Full blown color.
I haven't
Let me
invite
invite
some folks.
All right.
So we can get this party started.
Okay, the people have been waiting.
Let's see.
Who's this one person that's here?
You got two people.
We got
saints online.
two people. We got David. Oh, that's Mary.
I'm trying to.
Philip. Invite people, y'all. Invite people. We want to invite some folks before we get started.
Here we go.
We got a lot to cover tonight.
Yes.
Got
Invite folks, and we're going to get started here in just a second. Tune in now.
We got 3 saints on board.
Are we gonna start with topics first, or are we gonna recap?
We're going to start with it.
We can recap.
We
first.
need y'all to go to text people, tell them, the 3 of y'all, to text people and tell people, hey, we here.
Now we here. We're not
We
gonna
live.
Yes.
So,
We got questions. It's not too late to send us questions. I got some. I know he got some. Mary, you got a few.
Y'all gotta type them.
Mary ain't got a damn thing.
Oh, well, we got some.
Y'all
questions.
ain't-
Man, your host and ask questions.
If you do have questions, you can go ahead and type them live as well. You don't have to send it to us personally, but I know I got quite a few.
Y'all ain't asked me nothing.
We ain't asked you nothing about what.
Nothing, period.
So let's see. What we got.
For the record, I don't know what they doing, but I know me, I'm just going down the line.
I'm going down the line too. I'm just inviting a few folks. Gonna let a few more people come through.
Look at mine.
Then we're gonna get started.
I wonder about.
Who's that? Who just joined us? Hey, Jasmine Mitchell.
Hey, cousin.
What's up, Brittany?
Is it McNeil?
No,
Sasha.
Shanez.
Hey,
Hey, what's up,
Brittany.
Let's see, David Creasy. Hi. What's up, Catherine? Oh, shout out to Catherine today, y'all, because I haven't done algebra in a long time. And Miller. KK. She came through for me with the math today because I forgot PIMDA's correct order, even when there's, never mind. Just thank you,
Not please
KK.
excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
Yes,
I tell Brielle I said hey.
We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna discuss it. And also, I hope she comes on along with that. Shout out to Nisha McFreeman from Florida, because she helped out with that
What's
too.
going on?
Let's see who else.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what.
Can a sister get a share or two? Can a
What's
sister?
that about?
I
Just
wanna-
a few more people and we're gonna start. We already almost at 10. We're gonna get started here in just a second.
Who just came and left? We seen you.
They showed up at church and tipped that. What is really going on?
I don't need y'all to tiptoe back to church. It's on out of here. So,
You shouldn't be. It's on there for no one.
okay.
Where I am.
She
She showed in right here. She said,
hello.
That's my baby.
Oh.
Hashtag Victoria is available for all your family and friends for a smallish fee.
No, man.
That's right. You better get your hustle on.
Yes.
I be sure to post you in the Black Owned Business group meeting.
Right, because some
Right.
of them
Children
can't count
especially.
their money because they can't have the kids count.
You know what? You just
Okay, we finna get started, y'all. I know y'all waiting. We getting ready to start. I promise.
Where you?
Just inviting a few more folks.
Just inviting. And please, y'all, like, follow,
If you
share.
on here, share.
Share.
Please.
Listen, I had a little call him. Oh, left my butt.
Hey, Carmen.
Hi.
Is that Carmisha? Yep, it's Carmisha. Hey, girl.
Okay. Mine is really acting dumb tonight. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Whatever.
So,
Hi, Whitney.
hey, girl. So we were
we've
talking
been
about.
gone for a minute.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now we back with the jump out.
Right, starting from the beginning.
So let's just read. This year has been a phenomenal year. We've had
Yeah.
a great year. We've had some great guests. The love has just been mad real. We had our 1 year celebration.
Mhm.
That was live. Thank y'all for coming out.
Yes, thank you.
It was dope.
Beyond what we thought was going to happen.
So we had some interesting guests.
Yeah.
We had Terry on.
Yeah.
Terrion in his fashion.
Okay, Bruce.
Brother Bruce, 22nd.
Wait a minute, hold on. We gotta back up to Terrion. Terrion, you know I love you. But did y'all see Terrion look Calvin Klein?
We saw the Tiny Klein.
His Hanes shoe.
He had a cat. You know Terrion don't do nothing without no brand. Without a brand name on it.
Shout out to Bella
He's a
21.
brand board.
Oh, well,
That's a brand board.
Well, hey, hello, the Kevians. Well, hello, Saint to you too.
Well, how
D.
are you
Ingram.
What's up, D? Hey, Ash.
Terrence, what's going on?
Hey, Tim.
Kinona, hey, girl.
Devin on here.
Oh,
Hey.
Ashrail in the building.
I
Yes.
know that's
So,
right.
speaking of Ashrail, so we do actually have an excellent team
We
now.
Yes.
We've expanded, which is a wonderful thing that people came together just to
Yes.
say, you know, we support you, we got your back, and we really, really appreciate
So
that.
Ashrail, Devin, and the real MVP always, Sister Dolores.
Yes.
Peace Move, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Listen, Peace Move been putting in work with
Okay. Yes, somebody tagged yesterday, and I don't think Peace Move. Well, I see as Facebook. Peace Move, you need to add me so I can tag your little.
Oh.
You already know.
Oh.
Okay, I have them on all other social media, but somebody asked us who was our graphic designer, and that was Peace Move, and our photographer is 501 Plus Corey.
He did our last shoot.
He did our last shoot and Jay's last shoot.
Yes, for the Black Boy Joy.
Yes.
Yes.
Never said hey.
Shout out to all of the
Okay.
fellas.
No Warren Muhammad, hi.
What's
That's
going
my
on?
cousin. Hey everybody, thanks for
Hey,
tuning in.
what's
If
up,
you're here,
Brittany?
please share this post. We're gonna get ready to start questions in just a little bit. We're
Yes.
gonna recap 2017 real quick, and then we're gonna get into these questions because y'all been sending in some heat, okay?
It's about to get
I'm
steamy.
still waiting on my shirt piece move. No, that's right, Brittany. We've been waiting on this shirt for 3 years.
Ooh.
I'm not playing.
It's tough.
I am not playing. So you need to get that to ASAP.
All right. And anybody that wants to order a Melanin Pot shirt or has ordered a Melanin Pot shirt, we are gathering the shirt orders. Understand now, I don't know the excuse. What's up, Crystal Delaney? Delaney Designs. Hey, girl.
Love you guys. Keep up the good.
Thank you. Keep in mind to order shirts, you
CJ
have
on
to
here.
have a large. What's up, CJ?
I ain't seen him in a minute. What's up?
Back to the shirts. We are taking orders. Just please
Yes, thank
email
you.
or just hit us up on any social media. It is pre-order, so you won't have to wait until we fulfill
The
the
order.
pre-order before we even send them off.
Right.
Then they come in.
And for those of you who have stopped and said, "Here go $10," or "Here go," I'm not ready. Oh,
Jessica Williams.
yeah,
She the only one left.
Yeah,
She the only one.
that's all. Yeah, she number one on the list for the next shirt order. And thank you. Oh, by the way, congratulations!
I'm getting
You have a
married.
beautiful wedding,
It was dope.
girlfriend. Somebody, what's up, Jenna? Hey, girl.
Hey,
Jenna show mad love.
Jenna shows
all the time.
Yes, I love it.
So let's get it started with this recap of the year.
Okay.
Because we got to catch y'all up on the latest and the greatest.
$20. Shirts are $20.
Yes.
2020. So we had a great year. The celebration was great. We've had some great guests. Ali the Pub was on here. We've had YK. We've had, let's see, we said Bruce already. Tanya
Gerald
Ross,
Thomas.
Gerald Thomas.
Meet the Gilbert.
Meet the Gilbert. Y'all love that
People
one.
behind the Falcon Fest.
Jasmine.
Jazz. We've had so many guests this year. We're
Right.
really appreciative of all of
Kelton
y'all.
is a regular with us for
Yes,
life.
hey Kelton. He has a show coming up,
Oh,
y'all,
Lord.
this weekend.
Jordan
If I'm not
got on
mistaken.
here. Jordan, please stay because we're doing question and answer next, and I definitely need you to ask some questions.
Not one of me a medium shirt, please, Jack. We got a request. But yes, Kelton has a
Okay,
show coming up. What's up, Nate?
Let's talk business.
Yeah. If you want to be on the show, y'all, it's not that we don't love you. It's not that we tacky or whatever. You have to email us because we do have a wait list.
It is.
So you do have to email. So if we love you personally,
Eddie, I got you, boo.
Shout out.
Yeah.
I
Love
got
is
you,
real.
boo.
He sent this money ASAP.
yes. So we have a wait list. So please contact us.
And
Let
that
us
sounds
know.
real bougie that we got a waiting list, but honestly, we go in order of whatever the topics we're going to talk about for this show. So it doesn't,
And time.
flow.
Yeah.
Then
And we're
gotta
working on
wait
some individual projects
Yes,
to
absolutely.
work, to push the
to
brain.
get everybody out there, because we really do appreciate you all reaching out and wanting to be a part of what we got going on. So don't think that we push y'all under the rug
Right.
or anything. We just got to make sure everything
Absolutely.
flows.
in decency and order.
Yeah, decency and order. No, that's right. So
Absolutely.
definitely keep reaching out to us. We definitely appreciate that and love all the love.
So y'all, out of all the guests we done had, and y'all, we do not always agree on guests. Let's get that.
Okay.
We definitely sometimes have to sit down and be like, why are we bringing this person?
Yes.
Just to do a recap here, when we were saying we're bringing Mita Gilbert, everybody, I was for, I'm like,
y'all know I wasn't for it.
Jacqueline's more of a conservative, Mary's the undercover freak.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Time out. This is what you're not going to do. You're not going to put me out there like that. Because I was on the fence about them.
You was on the fence.
You was on the fence. But you stay under that comment.
Stay on the comment.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, no, I don't. No, I can't. No.
Let me Mary with on me.
No. Let me tell you something. I support the Gilberts because my thing is this. It comes about understanding. At first, the reason why I was on the fence was because I didn't understand them. And of course, let's be honest, we can say what we want to say, but we do take into account what other people have said before when we're dealing with people. Reputation is very important.
But was that not my whole point on bringing it?
Exactly. That was his whole point. He's like, we got to put out there. I said, okay, you understand now. Did I say this? When we say yes here, we have to be mindful of who we say no to. But I'm going to tell you, J and T Gilbert are amazing people. Them. They are sweet. They are wonderful. They are supportive. Genuine. They are genuine people. Anytime I call, anytime I text and just talk about, how they're doing.
Let me find out you're going over there getting groceries.
No, I don't get groceries.
You might watch out what groceries mean.
No, I definitely don't get groceries. I don't do that. But what I will say is, I do support people who, one, believe in what they say and say what they mean. Number two, I support Black love and however it flows. Number three, I also support people who are transparent enough to do what they say they're going to do and stand in it and take it.
That's good, man. Wrap it up as like we tell Mary on every episode. Get to the meat.
Get to the meat. That was the meat.
That was some sides.
Potato steak, eggs, green beans, casserole. So out of all the moments here, what is one of your favorite moments of the episode? Because I know what mine is.
I have to say it was my favorite because of the relationship I have with this person. Not deep, but the relationship I have.
Get to the meat.
It's with Terrion because No, it's not about that. No, it was with Terrion. He made me laugh on set. But what I did know is that there was some chemistry there. There was no chemistry there. I think Terrion is funny as hell. I think he's hilarious. But I think he was one of my favorite people just because we got along. I think that's the main reason.
What's your favorite person, James?
My favorite person as far as
favorite moment. Sorry, that's what you
yeah.
My favorite moment, I got two, but the favorite one is the funniest is the plus size agenda with Bruce.
Yeah, that was
the most funniest moment ever. Y'all, Barry came out of nowhere addressing the plus size agenda, and we was like,
my thing is, he hadn't said anything, and I knew that he did plus size clothing. So it was
I've never seen plus size.
No, I know people who have ordered plus size clothes from him. Okay. So for him not to say anything at all, and I know people who want clothes from him.
That bothers me. Touch your stomach. Yes, I have to address it.
If we couldn't.
Because he was talking around it. I'm like,
he wasn't talking around it.
He wasn't talking specifically about. He was talking about the brand in general.
Well, I just brought it all together.
Well, Jacqueline, what is your favorite moment?
Who got this Mother's Day flower just flew across here?
It's the thankful.
Why do you still have that?
Ask Facebook. Mary's so ignorant. Jacqueline, what's your favorite moment?
I don't know if I just have a favorite moment, but I really did enjoy the episode with Alexandria.
Yes.
Allie the Pub. That was a really good inspirational episode. And, it touched on some things that a lot of people go through and as they're going through their journeys and stuff. So I really enjoyed that one. It was a good episode.
And if y'all was wondering why Mary was looking like this the whole episode, everybody was real teary-eyed the whole time. Because if you zoom in, you see you won't.
I wasn't teary-eyed.
I don't feel like I was teary-eyed.
Well, let's roll. I wish we had just roll it back.
I thought it was really good, but I wasn't teary-eyed.
I don't think I was crying.
Yeah, you should look at yourself. I can really pull it up.
Is that's the day Mary's casket shot?
That wasn't that day. That's your dream girl week. That was
Effie White Day.
Yeah, that was casket shot.
No, that wasn't casket. That was Effie White Day. all these likes and loves. Hey. Oh, that's P Smooth. We love you.
We still love it. Thank you.
Thank you.
So lately, I know y'all been wondering why we have not gone live in a while. And so we had to let our videographer go.
Yeah.
Snip. Just a lot of just flat out bad business. People doing bad business out here. And you're not gonna prosper on our behalf, so we had to do some readjusting.
Yeah.
And so, y'all will see us live and in color though. We coming back bigger than ever.
Yeah.
You know, when God got you, there ain't no stopping the flow. So, the next event that you can catch us at is One Night Only, which will be this Sunday night.
Yeah.
And we'll be there. Shout out to everybody who's involved with that. That's gonna be a dope night. Come out, looking your best. We're also we're doing the black.
It is formal. It is formal.
We're doing red carpet, and we'll have our stuff out there, so definitely stop by and see us.
Show some love, take some pictures, get an interview.
Well, the reason why I said the one to address that is formal is because I think that we've kind of, not even being funny, I think that we've lost that kind of education, like on how to go to an event, like what to wear when you go to an event.
Right.
And then we feel out of place when we don't look like everybody else or whatever. Formal guys, I think, got messed up for me. I was saying in the 2000s when they started wearing Jordans to prom, or like maybe even earlier than that, when they felt it was okay to wear tennis shoes with your suit to prom. I think that they missed their learning opportunity.
I feel like some people got what formal was. I mean, you clearly had on a whole suit. I just thought they were.
Well, for men, it's clear, but for women, it's not anymore.
But I feel like I feel like y'all. I think it's kind of always been straddled with the sexy cocktail dress and then the long gown, because it's still kind of, it depends on how it's done in taste.
Right, that's true too. But I do feel like a lot of people gonna try to slide some club dresses in there. And
that might be all they have. You know, they say come as you are.
Yeah. But last year, Jay did definitely send folks home. I just want y'all to be clear. I watched him send some folks home. So brush up on what is.
Not brush up on what's formal.
Brush on up on it. So let's go into some of the questions, guys.
Let's go. Jacqueline,
all right,
she said
let's
she
get
ready.
some questions going. Let's see what I got in my handy dandy phone. Okay, so one question. I hate this dude. So one question we have, ladies, in 2018, will we continue to combat cheating as if it isn't normal and act surprised when your man gets caught? Most of y'all are liberals anyway. Let's be progressive about the issue, accept it and move on. No one should be demonized or ridiculed for their sexuality. He still loves you.
Girl, spare the fuck out of me. I'm sorry. Let me tell you something. First of all, every relationship, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jackie.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm coming in.
Go ahead.
No, listen. Every relationship has agreements in the beginning. You know, Tanya Rawls said, I'll share my man if he understands that.
You got to share her?
Yeah, that he got to share her. So that's, leave the pair. I'm glad you just got on.
Mother.
Just keep going.
But there's so if you set the standard that y'all are in an open relationship, define what that means, say what that means to you, and then go forward with that. And when you're not happy with that, then there needs to be a meeting of the minds after that. But for me and my body, it's not okay that it's a polyamorous relationship. That's not okay for me. When I'm with someone, I want to be with that one person. And if you want to be with other people, just don't be with me.
I don't feel like most people legitimate. I don't know who really asked that question, but I feel like for the most part, she's probably somebody who's, I don't want to say damaged good, but I want to say she's probably somebody who's initially stokely out here showing.
My dog.
I didn't want him to electrocute himself.
Showing out, but I feel like realistically, if you're in a relationship, that means that you have an agreement with that one person and you want to be with that person. Now, I feel like if you want to be with other people and she just seems like she okay with being cheated on.
Oh, this came from me.
With him, okay. But if you feel like he okay with that and you just want to have sex with everybody
else, if you want to be polyamorous,
you can't claim somebody.
Yeah, no.
Like, the part of a relationship is you claiming what's yours. So if you just gonna have something that everybody gonna claim, like a strip at the strip club, then you might as well go ahead and just have just that an open relationship and keep it moving or understanding.
Right. Yeah, and like my thing is this, it came up this week. I was talking with a group of friends, and this guy has been trying to talk to a friend of mine, he is with someone, and the person admitted to them, like, you know, if you would have told me up front, there may have been something to work out there, because I'm okay that you with somebody. If I'm on borrowed time, I understand that's your business, because you will be on borrowed time too. Right. So my thing is, that's why I said we need to start talking more about what's important. Ashra said, who's sharing?
You folks keep going with your point.
Yeah, so, you know, my thing is this. Talk about it first before you get into it with people. And if you're not finding someone that wants to be polyamorous with you, then you need to stay single until you find that person. But if you don't, just stay single. Stop giving people false hopes and false dreams.
Not my ding dog, not for everybody.
You hoes ain't trying to learn scientific terms. They just freaks. Be what you are and don't expect a relationship, married benefits. Thank you.
I mean, that's real. I just honestly don't. I feel like what Mary is saying is, you know, it depends on what you want in your relationship. I don't think cheating is okay. I don't think every man cheats. I don't think every woman cheats. I think that's a personal thing.
Right.
That's something that you decided to do. Just like you got the choice to say, okay, let me just step away from the relationship. You also have that same choice to, okay, I'm going to cheat. So it's never going to be acceptable to me that my man can cheat.
And some of y'all be compromising because you're so scared that you're not going to have nobody. And some of y'all need some self-evaluation and get to know yourself, because some of y'all can't spend time knowing yourself because you always land with somebody else.
Yeah.
Spend some time with your goddamn self.
What do you mean you need a faithful woman that understands I'm still Jorn? I knew he was finna cut up. Because do y'all follow Jorn?
Jorn, listen. Shout out to Jorn versus 50 Cent.
He did go back to back with 50 Cent. But do y'all really see the stuff that he be posting? He be on one. He probably right up this alley with the whole cheat thing. No, Jordan, ain't no cheating and none of that. You single or you in a relationship?
Yeah,
ain't no both.
But I'm pretty sure there's somebody on here who
likes stuff like that. And again, that's preference. You know, like the Gilberts. He talked about his wife and his girlfriend out of order.
Oh, his post last night was really out of order.
His one and last.
Jay, you were so out of it was.
Or this morning, whatever
it was. He had a good nightcap.
I was like,
jealous.
Well, I will say this.
What do you mean, Kevin Hart?
What, he was got caught with his pants down.
Offset. Now, I don't really fully know the story of the whole Offset and Cardi B thing. He really did cheat on her? And it's like she's staying with him type thing? Is that really what's happening?
The only thing I keep her doing seeing is this.
I guess she said
she got the rock.
But again, you don't know what conversation they had in the background.
Well, my thing is this. This is another thing for some of y'all. If you know that y'all stepping out on one another, stop getting on Facebook advertising and promoting being faithful and all this stuff. If that's not the dynamics of your relationship, please stop false advertising. Because some of y'all be out here really reposting and sharing, and you know that you and your nigga both be out here stepping out.
Right.
And we know y'all stepping out because we.
I agree with Catherine. You see my man cheating, take a picture or a video. Ain't nothing open. And we can see other people, then you can't see us together. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But
that's just me and her though.
Yeah.
And a few other people.
Quite a few other people. Y'all.
Next question.
Yes, because
what is bi-faithful? Everybody wants to know what bi-faithful is. Jordan, please answer that question in the comment section. We're gonna go ahead and go to the
next
we'll
address it.
We'll address it once you answer.
Right, brings it to the table.
Okay, another question we got. This is a big question. Actually, this has been going on for a long time. Should a man pay the rent himself or go half with his partner? I'm so tired of this question.
I feel like that goes back to the faithful question. I feel like you have a household that's built to where you and your wife both, because this is my thing right here. This is just how I take it. Women want to be so independent to where I'm a full woman. Well, pay a full damn bill. I want my wife who wants to pay half the bills, because that money can go towards other things. If we build it together, your money is just as important in this relationship as mine. Because if you're paying the mortgage, that means she's paying something else somewhere. I don't feel like she's fully just not paying something. Because what woman in any relationship just wants to fully not contribute if she's a real independent woman like she says she is? So, I mean, I do get there's those traditional relationships, and if that's what you have, then I feel like y'all should have had that understanding before y'all walked down the aisle. So if that's what y'all agreed upon, to where the man takes all the bills, cool. But do I knock a man for allowing, what if his wife wants to pay half the bills?
Right.
No.
That's different. I think this is coming from the standpoint you had those women. It's like, oh, he ain't a man if he ain't taking care of the house, he ain't no bread when he's not head of the household. If he's not paying all
that's
the
not
bills.
true.
But I don't think that's true.
Then I feel like your ass don't be single.
I love when people pick and choose what parts of traditionalism in the Bible that they want. First of all, people who get married, because some of y'all out here playing house.
I ain't playing house. I'm playing apartment.
Yeah.
I ain't even got a garage. Spare me.
But you can't pick and choose when you want to do that.
That's
so
true.
my thing is first of all, the Bible talks about being a help meet. Eve had work to do. Eve did contribute to the house. Let me make that clear again.
Another woman said, well, what if you take care of the mortgage and I take care of all the utilities and the upkeep of the house?
Absolutely.
But then a man said, he was like, oh, no, that's stupid. If why we just can't go half on anything? If I got to do all that, then I'd rather just be single and do it by myself.
It's situational. I feel like get somebody who want to do the shit you want to do.
Yeah,
and if y'all spend more time dating rather than trying to see what the head feel like and can I put a tip in, and you ask these real questions that you need to ask when it comes down to dating.
Yes, the key is two holes that meet, not two halves that meet. Let's put that out there.
Yeah,
that's true. And some of these, you would resort back to the Bible. These people not even going on biblical terms.
You can't have what God intended if you're not starting it the way God wants you to. If you jumping in the bed with this person and then y'all like having sex so much that then y'all end up moving in together, then there's problems. Then y'all shacking up. It's not working out. It's not working out at all. But if you start out by courting, getting to know one another, knowing how each other are, knowing what each other's goals is, knowing how I want my family, who I want to be responsible for this, how I want my woman to raise my daughters, get to know that before you jumping in the bed with folks, then you have less problems with this stuff.
I also think it's all about like what he said. You should talk about this with your partner at the forefront, because a lot of relationships, financial issues and stuff like that is a big thing about marriages and why they fail. So I feel like you should definitely talk about that at the beginning and not in the middle and the end, and figure out what's best for you two. There's no blanket answer for this. It's about what works in your relationship.
Right.
But for me in my house, for me in my house, I feel like me and my future husband will both do it. It's not like, oh, you pay this. I feel like we're both well off anyway. Who gives a fuck?
That's true.
Just pay it. Why is this a conversation? And that's what somebody else was saying. They were like, well, if she's going to be well off just like I am, then I expect her to have. Why does that matter?
And if you start off getting somebody who you equally yoked with, then you won't end up being with a bum bitch or a bum bitch.
Exactly. It don't even matter. Both of y'all make money. Just get it done. Why are we talking about it? Next.
Oh, I got a good controversial question. I think you two are definitely. This came from my brother. This came from my brother. What is the big thing with natural hair? We have to seem to be so acceptable to natural hair. Why is it a big thing when men are not liking to it from a natural standpoint?
I think it's not a matter of whether or not you like it, because first of all, if you don't like my natural hair, then that means if 1 week I don't shave down below, you're not going to like that either. Because what's down here is what's up here. The drapes and the curtains match. So that's one.
Some of y'all need relaxing down there.
But number two is that it's the way y'all go about it, I think, more importantly. I think the way that you guys come to us as women is disrespectful in a sense, because some of y'all run around with dreads, some of y'all run around with the Hawaiian punch head, and we can't say anything to you because if we do, you get offended.
But don't. I guess I see women do come in on me here all the time, and so I guess.
And I would expect y'all to respond the way. I'll be honest. I would expect if I came and said, "Ooh, Jay, I'm not feeling the fade. I think you need to grow your hair back out." I have to be grown enough to accept you going off on me for talking about how.
But I feel like it's a very one-sided conversation when it comes to that, because I feel like we're so sensitive to where we cannot talk about women. Say, "Oh my God, you're not talking about a woman's natural hair," and I'm all down for natural. I think that's great. If that's what you want to wear. I also do feel like it does not look the best on everybody. That's just my opinion. Just like some of these hairstyles, y'all might say, "Oh, Jay, you didn't look good blonde or with a haircut." I mean, that's my choice, of course, but some looks, in my personal opinion, don't look the best on certain people. So, and I feel like also people do it for different reasons beyond the look, whether that's a health-wise or they want to maintain natural hair. But I feel like we got to kind of look at the conversation and say, well, motherfuckers make conversations about niggas all the time. That nigga hair nappy or his hair this, that. So we say, dang, your natural hair ain't popping. You need to put some juicy hair on.
Everyone with natural hair. I'm over him.
Who said that?
Brittany McNeil.
You spare me. the gross sisters.
I have a comment, but
The gross sisters.
Why we the gross sisters? I was
I'm not talking about you.
Yeah,
I'm
okay,
talking about
I
him and Brittany
because me
again.
and Brittany, we've had this conversation.
They stay on it all the time. And I feel like at the end of the day, if your natural hair is not fucking up the part, I feel like you need to do something with the shit. I don't care if it's natural or perm. I feel like in general, I'm gonna come in on it regardless.
Well, this is how I feel. If you're in a relationship, I'm just gonna do me because I change my hair like underwear
every week.
So you just gonna have to fucking deal with it. That's just what it is. I'm gonna deal with whatever your hair gonna do.
But that's a part of knowing you.
But that's a part of them. That's it.
I changed my hair.
But I don't think it's about you changing your hair. We talking about maintenance. I feel like when we say,
well, I feel like if you're gonna have natural hair, you definitely need to upkeep it.
So, but what's wrong? But I feel like it's a very, like we said, it's a very sensitive topic when you see somebody whose hair, it's like, oh, it looks crazy in your opinion. And it's a woman, it's like, how dare you talk about her natural hair? But women, y'all do it all the time. I've seen
and like Mary said, I think it's all about the delivery because everybody is very disrespectful and they're not respectful about the issue. If this is your boyfriend or whoever, honestly, that's the only time we should be having a conversation if it's your husband or your significant other. Other than that, who cares what anybody else is saying?
My thing is this.
And I do think it's wrong for women who've been in a relationship for a very long time to want to cut off all their shit and then walk into the house.
Yeah.
I feel like there should have been
I think that's wrong
there should have been because your man's not ready for
it.
Obviously you don't care because you did it, but I just feel like you should have gave him a little heads up like, yo,
what's up, 501?
I'm finna cut my stuff off.
I don't know if that's 501 Corey or not.
That's him.
Hey, 501 Corey.
So, I mean, I just feel like a conversation. Look at Ashrel.
I did that. But Ashrel, you've been known to have short hair anyway. Your husband met
you. What you mean? That's how you get cheated on? Because you cut your hair off? David, are you serious?
But you know what?
Where did that come from?
I can vouch for that. Because you know what? It's kind of like you going from having sex every day and then you stop there. It's something that's different in a relationship. So if y'all had an understanding on what's going on, that can lead to somebody get cheated on.
But I feel like
something different.
Exactly. But I feel like again,
I went to bed with a shirt and now I'm showing up with Michael Jackson. This is
okay. Ashrel, I'm through with you.
I'm through with Dave.
I'm through with Ashrel because you and your husband have different communication skills. And again, like Jacqueline said, you change your hair all the time. So I don't think
now I'm about to cook.
Yeah, but I will say this.
Because this is old.
Somebody said it's a great thing I'm single because I love my natural hair. Somebody out there loves your natural hair too. I don't want you to think that it's supposed. But what I will say is this. First of all, I think that we're still having the good hair, bad hair conversation.
What you mean? Don't be great value.
Who said that?
Corey.
I think that I'm gonna go back to what I was saying. I think that we're still having the good or bad hair conversation. So I will say this. If you come at somebody or whatever about how their hair is looking, just be respectful about how you talk to people.
And I also feel like that's where it comes down to, being respectful.
Yeah, I think that's where it comes down to. I think that we've got a bad habit of not being mindful of this because of what we see on reality TV and how they talk to each other. And that is a script.
And that script will get your ass
whooped. And that script will get your ass whooped.
It will.
And so I feel like we have forgotten how to communicate and how to talk to each other. And another thing too is, I think we have forgotten too how to come together as a community, or come together as women in general, or come together as men in general. Because
part of that coming together is a critique.
Exactly.
And not necessarily a critique, but an acknowledgement on how you are, where you are, what you look like. And sometimes, just being honest, sometimes the shit is just out of line.
Yeah.
And sometimes you like to hold people accountable when it's convenient. Oh, let me hold you accountable when I can say, oh, Mary, I really don't like your shirt, or your shirt was dirty. Now, we have a problem because they say, hey, Mary, that shirt you had on, or you say, Jay, but I've noticed that, your hair being a little nappy lately, that's kind of out of normal for you. What's going on?
Right.
That's a real conversation. We can't be so sensitive to where it's like, your hair was fucking nappy. You was musty. You had a bad attitude. We got to start addressing the real issue.
We can go back to like the episode with Gabby. When we talked about Gabby, like that was one of our very first episodes. I think Kelton was on. And, I think that's another situation where the problem with Gabby's hair was not that, and she's been in the news lately. We're going to come back to that. The problem was not that her hair is tore up. It's the point that I think that where I was making was that a lot of people say you're at the Olympics and there are hairdressers that we know you warm it up, but at the same time, it wasn't neat, I guess, or when you coming down, it's like, okay, you know, did you forget
Right.
that you on international television? Because old girl that won the shot put, she was together, even throwing the shot put.
Yeah. I think I agree with DK too. If you making demands over people here, you need to be helping out with the coin of the baby.
Yeah. And I also feel like you need to date somebody who
and then I
is appealing to you.
Everything isn't for everybody. Like a lot of people say, you know, natural not for everybody.
And that let me backtrack. And that also that question was maintained strictly for natural, but it also goes with people with perm hair, people with cut dreads, whatever. It's really about maintaining what you look like. And so some people just get too comfortable not maintaining. So
David, I don't know you, but first of all,
you didn't know that. That's your space partner.
Oh, hey,
you definitely know David.
I know David. So okay, David, listen. I don't know why people say natural hair ain't for everybody. David, I really feel like that is one of the most self-hating things that you can say. And not just because you're black or anything. I feel like if they said that to white women in the 80s when they were getting perm rods in their hair, I feel like that would still be, if a white man said that to a white woman about not having perm rods versus having straight hair, I feel like that would be one of the most, that is self-hating. Anything natural is acceptable, period. Because the thing about it is you wear a fade. I don't see you running around with an afro. I think he in the military too. But I bet you wouldn't run around with an afro and neck braids that your hair was growing.
And guess what? And guess what I said about that fade? Just for interjection. I get what you're saying.
That man can't play space.
Taking an L. And you saying natural is acceptable, and I feel like so is maintenance. So you know, just like brother.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you.
I just feel like they go hand in hand.
I feel like he's trying to say.
Well, I feel like a lot of people say that though. I feel like people say, even women or men or black, I feel like people say that, and it's not correct because it's a way to say. I feel like it's maintenance.
Okay.
Because there are a lot of people who just
and that's what
they wake up. You don't wake up.
Doesn't have, you know, everybody can't make it.
Because your ass don't wake up not brushing your teeth, and if you do, and I see plaque on you, oh, that's natural. No, bitch, that's nasty. So I gotta go ahead and tell you when you don't comb your hair, and when you're not looking right up the part, that's natural too, and the shit is out of order. And if you don't know how to maintain natural hair, then maybe your ass do need to get some cream and crack. So I can't.
And as somebody who is, I've been there. Like when I first went natural, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Did not. And I started braiding down. I started doing what I had to do. But in the second go round, I know how my hair is going to start off. I knew that it'll be a little duck feather, then it'll get kinky or whatever. And so that's why you see the wigs and the thing. But I cannot get a perm, or my edges will be to the guards. And I don't mean fire, I mean in heaven, because they're going to be dead on my scalp from a perm. So I can't get a perm whatsoever. But I will put my wigs on, and I will do my twist outs and things in that nature.
Wigs and things. Moving on.
Next question.
Corey wants to know what's our personal goals for the brand next year. We're gonna be doing more events.
Yeah.
We're gonna be doing more personal interviews, like on-site type stuff.
On-site things.
We're gonna be incorporating some new stuff within the brand. We can't really speak on it just yet, but we'll be dropping some new stuff.
And bigger platforms. Just look for that. Look for the God expanding our territory. Look for that.
Not expand your territory.
Right.
Okay.
Good stuff.
What's the next question?
Then
Man,
he wants to know, did anybody send you a question?
Did nobody send me a damn thing?
Somebody sent me a question. Just send me one. Are you and Eddie Lee gonna get together?
Oh, how is that?
Y'all not together?
Why are y'all not together?
You?
That I am not lying. Somebody actually sent me that.
You know, I don't need to see a receipt.
I'm not lying.
You know, he was here. His dog was the one that hunted.
We know how his dog feel about Stokely.
But so
we're not together because we're just friends, and that's what it is.
So did y'all ever?
And mind your business. Mind your business.
We can add that in there after my questions answered.
We never dated or anything like that. We're just cool.
But y'all liked each other at one point.
Yeah, we liked each other at one point, like maybe college, early college, but we decided to just be friends. So we're just really good friends. So there's no dating, there's no nothing between me and Eddie Lee. I am on the market, and so is he.
She's not on the market. She's single. She's not on the damn market.
I am.
She is not on the market.
Pretty big deal. I am not lying.
She's lying. She's single.
So she's not on the market. The question I got last night here. Does promoting the plus size agenda mean that you are promoting unhealthy behaviors?
Absolutely not.
Maybe
First
break it
of all, let me let you guys know what is plus size, because a lot of people do not know. In regular sizes, it's a size 12 women. The W means women and up.
Not welcome.
Oh, I thought it meant wide.
No, it means in shoes, it means wide, but a W after a woman's clothing number means woman. So believe it or not,
Y'all pretty shit right now, by the way.
yeah.
Now, why do people hate fat people? I don't think people hate.
I don't think people hate fat people at all. I'm gonna be honest. I'm plus size. I have health conditions because I'm plus size, and those are things that I have to work on for me. But what I cannot take is that there's an industry, the fashion industry, in a sense, is also not catering to those who are still in their plus size realm. And I say that to say this. You have almost 60% of women in this country, if not more, women in this country who are considered plus size. And please, somebody, give me 25 plus size brands. Put them in the comments. You can't. Because you can't find them. I just found out that Windsor has a plus department. And the reason why I found it out is because I went online to shop for my dress, and it came up. I had to really dig for it. Me and Jacqueline went out for this recent photo shoot, and Jacqueline even witnessed the difference between purchasing for a plus size woman and not purchasing. It's not easy. It's very expensive. Of course, I understand it because it's more material. But the reason why I promote the plus size agenda is because you have women who are just moms and can't get the weight down because they don't get to work out as much or whatever. Oh, don't let the baby.
He was not.
And he will. That don't want to size for plus size women, don't want to do this or that for plus size women. And the thing about it is, you go to your family reunion and see it's more plus size women than it is skinny women. You know, there are moms that just have children that get up to a 12 and can't lose the weight. You know what I'm saying? So is she unhealthy because she's a 12?
I guess because you do have those who are unhealthy. With what is you looking at there?
I'm laughing at the comments.
Yeah, we need to go jump in the comment section. So, Mary, to wrap it up, you saying that everybody's not unhealthy in the plus size agenda.
And that's what a lot of comments are saying. They saying you can promote self-love and also promote a healthy living.
Right.
They saying you can definitely be a healthy plus size person.
I love that Evan said.
Well, let's
discuss working on the health issues that come.
And that's a true statement right there, KK. Because I do see a lot of people promote I'm a plus size person, I'm a plus size person, and I feel like that's great that you love who you are and you are whole at that moment. But I also feel like that's not an excuse to not work and to have better health, especially when you knowing that you're having health conditions and things like that. Like Monique, for instance, she kind of got some slack when I would say Monique was kind of out line. She used to throw shade at skinny people, whatever. But she did do what she needed to do for her, and she lost some weight.
Yeah, but she's not skinny though.
Boy, I hate that.
Thank you, KK. But it's still not 25. It's 18. Okay.
And you're right. Skinny don't mean healthy.
It does not. Can I check? It does not.
You can be sickly there too.
Yeah. This is the thing. Of course, the conditions that come with being plus size. Adult onset diabetes, GERD. What is GERD? GERD is an issue within the intestines. Where I have GERD, but my stuff is from a really bad surgery. But it did part of my acid reflux and issues like that, and my gallbladder issue is because of the food that I was taking in college. So you do have health issues that come with it. Right. Swollen feet, high blood pressure, all of those things come with it. How do I manage to maintain? Because I don't work out. I do have,
So is that something that's gonna change? Are we gonna do it by 2018?
Work out more often? Yeah, because I'm working less jobs.
I mean, me, sweetie, are we gonna get in the gym?
We can get in the gym. I can get it. I'm here with it.
DK said there is shade in the men fashion industry too.
Absolutely. I worked in the Dealers Big and Tall section.
And Brittany said something about that.
Yeah, they should be called something else.
She said, I hate the label plus size. They call big men big and tall instead of chubby size. No one.
Now, Brittany, you have five.
You have five.
You is out of pocket.
I mean, but what do you say to women other than being plus size?
I mean, to me, I don't look at plus size, and I'm not plus size.
Most of weight loss is what you eat.
Yeah, it is. Somebody said Briggs Fit every Saturday at Labor Library at 11 a.m. Come on,
Hey, you
Ashford.
talking about you're mad because you started with me.
Oh, what's that about?
Yes, I did. I started working out with Ebony.
Oh, her name's Ebony.
Ebony.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't miss
You
it.
didn't go to no place. No. No, I'm joking. No, I did. I started out with Ebony. We were working out on a regular schedule. I did feel better, feel healthier. Financial things did come in the picture where I had to pay some bills and things like that. And I wasn't able to continue with the process. And that is on me. I'm taking full responsibility accountability for
Absolutely.
that. Because Ebony, I am grateful for that because she did take her time to teach me.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some things that I still practice.
What you do?
Like, yes, I ate bad in Dallas.
Horrible.
You know, I was
You ate horrible.
I ate horrible. I got
You ate like
tickets
you
and
was
everything.
tripping.
But at the same time, honestly, guys, I had just went to the doctor before I went to Dallas. When I came back from Dallas, y'all, I really had not gained any weight. I was very stressed in Dallas because I was going through a class. I was not kicking it. For work. But actually, I do incorporate lots of greens into my
Torrid
diet.
is high as hell, Brittany.
Torrid is very expensive.
But they do have nice clothes.
They do, but it's
Catherine
like
said I'm plus size and gonna be plus size because it's in my genetics. But if you take care of yourself, you could be healthy and plus size.
And KK got that.
Woo! I'm glad that you said that, KK, because that's a prime example of people not knowing that. There are people that are plus size that you don't even know are plus size, and there's not clothes necessarily for them. There are a lot of women that are just tall. That is plus size, and they don't make extended women's pants. So the plus size don't just mean about big, but anyway,
The quality is trash.
Jasmine's quality is trash.
And Jasmine be cute, girl. Throw out some stories and
Look,
shop
Jasmine be on point.
And if y'all just saw her picture, she just released for graduation. Fine, honey.
Wow.
yes. So I mean, you just.
Blame Brian. Ain't that for Brian?
Nothing. Is that for who?
Brian.
They
sell clothes.
But Jacqueline, don't you get cover your titties too?
What you? But I clothes.
No, they do. They sell some clothes. and stuff
That's
like
why I'm not plus size. So I wouldn't.
I'm just saying, but I mean, even still, that's a good thing to put out there because people, we got to put bras on too.
Some of y'all don't, and we see. Need a bra dry.
The thing
Let
about
me
it,
I did not know. I didn't mean to offend anyone.
What's the next question?
What's the next
can-
question? Y'all didn't answer some more questions. Let me go to what.
thank you, Brittany Charnez. She said plus size women want to wear cute clothes. Somebody said thanks, y'all. Old Navy is bomb. JCPenney did release. Oh yes, a brand new.
Ain't they going there again?
No, they just closed down some stores. But JCPenney, y'all, does have a 5 plus size department, and me and JCPenney got into it this at the Miss International.
They did come on Twitter. They definitely responded back to the pot. Like, wait a minute. It had a receipt.
It had a receipt.
Now I will say for plus size women, ASOS has some dope ass clothes.
Yeah.
So don't play yourself.
Now I have not tried them because but when you order from places like ASOS, Fashion to Figure, Reb Dolls, places like that.
Jasmine is not here for JCPenney this week. She not here for it.
Oh, she said.
I got another question. Why do black women hate black men who date outside their race?
We don't. It's about how you handle it. Again, that's a presentation matter. When you come out your mouth and say, I only F with, and that's no matter who you are, I only F with this, or if you try to put somebody else on a higher pedestal than somebody else, that's when you're out of line. We're not going to discuss
But I do feel like there are a nice percentage of people who just date who they like, whether it's a Hispanic girl or whatever. And I feel like when a black woman sees that, and they don't, you never had a conversation because everybody you see in an interracial relationship, you don't interview, or you don't know.
Yeah.
So I have seen it to where people don't know. People don't. Girl, look at them. Well, bitch, let people.
Yeah, you out of line.
Your great granddaddy who was a slave. He did what he needed to do for your ass to have freedom. Freedom, and I feel like that's kind of part of what we missed at as far as being black excellence and being superior within ourselves as black people.
Absolutely.
Is you have a freedom to do what the fuck you want to do. Mm-hmm. And if that means you don't want to date somebody who's black or whatever, and I feel like it's different if you go at it about with, like you said, to say, I don't do it because of that. But if you just fall in love genuinely with somebody who's about you and they're white or whatever, why hate on that? Because at one point in time, we didn't have that freedom to do that.
No.
So I feel like that's initially what it's about.
And my thing is, my family's rooted in Louisiana. The other, they moved to Houston. They transplanted. We from Louisiana.
Not transplant.
And what I will say is this. In Louisiana, before you get married, I don't know if they're still doing this, but I know before you get married, if y'all from Louisiana, they do a blood test because of so much intermixing, even if you're white and black. Because, some of y'all not just light-skinned for the hell of it. Somebody had to mess with somebody who was lighter.
Right.
Or
sometimes not even that. It's I just feel like love who you are as a person. And I feel like if you're truly whole in who you are as a woman or a man, you're not looking at I don't fool with black men or I don't fool with black women.
That's what I mean. Am I a Beyonce now?
You a damaged ass person if that's your perspective.
Absolutely.
Well, I don't think I'm damaged and I don't date white people.
Okay, but I got a question.
But that's not what you're attracted to.
Right.
That's not what you're not attracted to that. So
I'm not attracted to white men. I'm not attracted to the past. I'm not attracted to the ancestors. I'm not attracted to
But that's not what you're attracted to.
No,
so that's
I got a question. When you say, well, Jacqueline, you kind of crossing that border.
Because my thing is,
but you're not going to disrespect.
No, I'm not going to disrespect
That's what we
anybody.
saying.
Your preference is a black man.
Yeah.
But that's what you're attracted to.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is there's a difference in black men who are attracted to black women, but they won't fool with them because they're saying, I don't like a black woman because of characteristics.
Yeah.
You don't have attraction to a white man. So there's a difference in you
dating.
Yeah.
I guess the big question is, it's like for women, it's two things. It's I'm not attracted to them at all. But then it's also the issue comes where you have that man, I don't like black women because of blank. And it's like, bro, what is you talking about?
But I feel like women do the same thing.
And I mean, women.
And so I feel like you're a damaged individual.
Yeah,
I feel like you're a damaged person who needs to deal with your past and whatever that is that you need to get over. But I feel like you need to deal with that face on rather than trying to jump to a whole.
Well, is it problematic for somebody to be like, well, we're gonna keep the black family strong, and that's just what it is when you're fucking with the opposite race?
I feel like, and I'm gonna say this. I feel like if you're genuinely invested in that person and they happen to be black, great. Because I see a lot of people who are in relationships that we're keeping the black family strong and you keep your ass beat. You're keeping the black family strong
and you're burning all your money out.
Right, and your kids not growing up effectively. So you gotta kind of be careful when we're keeping the black family strong. Are you really? Because you gotta do it with genuine intent.
Absolutely.
Not this, we're keeping the black family.
But I also feel like even with that, I feel like this falls on whoever. Like, okay, we're gonna keep the white family strong, but he beat your ass. Like,
I feel like it's wrong.
It's across the board, but a lot of people don't hate or they're quick to call somebody racist or you're prejudiced because the first thing you said, well, I'm keeping the black family alive. That's why I'm dating a black man. And it's like, but
that's what you're interested in.
Yeah.
So I don't see nothing wrong with it.
But other people will be like, you're racist or you're prejudiced or you don't like.
First of all, listen.
That's like telling the guy that he don't need to like a woman.
Listen, minorities cannot be IST racist. They cannot.
The first episode.
Yes, because I'm just saying that. I'm just saying, although the only thing is that men and women both can be feminists, understand. But the minority cannot be racist. Can we be prejudiced? You're damn right. Yes, we can prejudge. By you walking up or you looking at that black man with that white woman, automatically assuming anything, you are prejudiced and you are wrong. My great-great-great-grandfather was Irish. He was a white Irish man and he was with a black woman. So, yeah, I may be black as tar as time has gone on, but I also have family with red hair and green eyes.
That's another thing. Half y'all don't know your heritage.
You don't know your heritage.
Half y'all just looking at, and that's great. I'm glad we look black. That's great. Yeah. But half y'all don't know shit about the heritage. Exactly. Where the fuck you come from.
Exactly. And then it's white people find out they more black, and black people find out that they're more white than anything
And
else.
that's the formal that's coming soon is those people who are African American and they don't look it. And we got a few people, because remember we spoke about Caitlin Cook and a few other people.
Yeah, we don't care. I know that's right.
Who said that?
Brittany McNeil. David said in 2018 you should just be happy that you find someone to love you. So
hell yeah.
And so it would be dumb to cut off your option if you truly want to be happy. Well, I think that's problematic.
What do you mean?
Ain't nobody there for that.
Ain't nobody that I feel like, he likes you. He white man. You need to just be happy.
Oh, wait a minute, they were serious?
That's David. He's always serious with everything he's saying.
David, you know
what? You know what? I will say, and I'm not playing devil's advocate. I see for a lot of David's statements. I will say this. A lot of people need to stop coming to the table. I feel like you should have expectations. Yes.
Absolutely.
I feel like you should have expectations and goals for yourself.
Yes. Absolutely.
But I also feel like we don't need to be so in our heads to where we cut up the possibility of love that might be actually for us. So that, yes, but I also feel like, because there are a lot of people out here who actually are attracted to white men or white women, and they do it for this whole bullshit of, everybody think I just date a black man. If a white man is out here for you, whatever God got for you is for you. Now, he put us all here on this earth together. And man, when we get down to the technical, and man broke it all down for your asses, all y'all came from a heritage of black. So let's get that straight.
Well, I know God ain't never got a white man for me.
Never say what the Lord has for
No,
you.
you don't know what he had for you.
Well, I feel like he just know my
He
heart.
working mysterious way, and he have a way of changing your heart.
Do y'all think? Okay, do you think that a black woman or man can be with a white person and that person still promote black love? That's part A, and then part B. Do you think they can have a successful relationship if the partner doesn't fully understand like the background of the black person?
Absolutely not. On that second part. On the first part, yes. Because at the end of the day,
you can still promote black love and you with a white person.
How can you not?
Can I take? Can I?
No, I'm
Because guess what?
You are black love.
You are black love. At the end of the day, you are black love because first of all, we all came from Africa. Period. The root of every people, the Chinese, the Russians, everybody came essentially from Africa. It's there. Okay, that's one. Number two, if your black ass and your white ass have a little baby, guess what America gonna say it is?
Black.
So there y'all. Y'all black love child. Regardless of black love. The second thing is don't be with nobody. I don't care if he paying your bills. I don't care what he doing. Don't be with nobody that has not one single intention of understanding your culture either way. Because my thing is you can't be with somebody white and not be understanding.
But you know what's the problem with that though? You know what's the problem with that? It kind of goes back to what I just got talking about heritage. Half of us motherfuckers don't know our own culture. So my thing is, it's so funny how a lot of people say, bitch, you don't even know your ancestry. No. You have so much to say about X, Y, Z. You don't know where the fuck you come from. You might come back to
which part is problematic?
Named Rob. You don't know who you.
No, y'all keep talking. I'm just answering.
Okay.
Yeah, which part?
Brittany, what's wrong, man? Let's see.
Which part you talking? A or B? What are you talking about?
Brittany Charnay said I wouldn't call it black love.
I wouldn't either. Because if you look at the definition, or I wouldn't even say definition. That's what I was gonna say. I wouldn't even say definition, but if you really look at like what black love is and like what it promotes and all that good stuff.
That what we have deemed it to be.
What we have deemed it to be as a culture, I just don't see that being 100%.
But you are a representation of black love. So I think that's what Mary was saying is that you're coming.
And I get that, but you're not keeping the black love alive type thing. Like you're not keeping it here.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Guys, so I want to back it up to this, and then Jay, go ahead.
And I want some of y'all to come in.
I see what. Yeah,
you're right, Jasmine. I did say promote, but I really didn't mean promote.
Okay, so listen, my thing is this. At the end,
Brittany makes a good point. You can promote black love and be in an interracial relationship, but your message is diluted.
Okay.
Because you got to think about when you have a conversation of black love, all the other shit that come up with it.
Mm-hmm.
All the other stuff that plays into that, all the other parts of the conversation.
So give us, Joe, because you are like gung-ho on you going to be with a black man. So why, give us 5 reasons on why you're with a black man. Like why you going to be with a black man.
She gave us 3 of them.
What are 3 I give y'all?
She said because of the heritage is understanding there. She's not accepting of the history that comes with a white male. It doesn't feel like it's representative of what she wants her children to understand. She feels like there's a beauty in the black community and keeping it strong. She has said those 3 points. She just been.
But I'm also like attracted to the black man. Like, so that's another part. And then the other part is I don't know. It goes back to how I was raised and what I was taught in my home when I was growing up. Mm-hmm. So you keep it in the family, and that's not keep it in the family, but stay there and get beat. Stay there and get your ass whooped. That's not what that means.
And I'll say something. Y'all, abuse comes in so many ways. And
right.
I feel like a lot of people don't know.
You're right.
I think people don't know.
People know. I feel like people are just ignorant.
And the reason why I'm saying, no, there are people who are ignorant. But I will say this. But I will say this, that the reason why we have so many issues with that level of y'all having a whole.
So are you saying that okay, you don't have to be like a whole white person can be on the sideline saying, oh, black love, black love, black love. Like what are you saying when you say you don't have to be with a black person to promote black love?
I feel like from my perspective on looking at this.
Oh, she said you can't put love in a box.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I agree with it.
I agree with that.
And I still feel like, I don't know, I feel like
Well, I think that's perfect.
because I also feel like it's kind of looking at people with I don't know, I feel like it's good to, and I feel like that's also not supporting Black love in general, and loving outside of the relationship. Mm-hmm. Black love or enhancing our communities the way we do when we look at people who are in interracial relationships with a side eye. Because I feel like a lot of the same people who, I promote Black love, are the same people who also roll their eyes with interracial relationships.
Well,
and a lot of those instances.
I will say I do roll my eyes.
I thought we have to be careful about that, because that's also not promoting Black love, and that's not also supporting our communities, because that Black person who's dating a white person can still be doing more in the community than what some of these people who are in a Black love relationship doing. So
and that's situational.
But I'm saying they're going for everybody.
I
feel like it goes back to judging, and you gotta get to know you can't make that stereotype on everybody. So I feel like
that's true, and I think that's fair. But you also have to take into account as a whole. You have to look at it. I'm not looking at it like, oh, that interracial couple there. I'm looking at it as a whole, as what I've seen in like nationally or locally,
mm-hmm.
or because most times when a Black man go date a white woman, he putting down the Black woman. And he praises the white woman.
That's not fair. That's not a number part. That's what you give into, because it goes into your actual perspective.
But no, I'm saying if every time you see an interracial couple and it's negative, that's what you're gonna associate with.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's incorrect.
That's what it is. If that's all you know, mm-hmm. then every time you see that's what you're gonna automatically. It's
I haven't had that experience. So I can't attest to that when people say that, because I haven't had that.
Right.
First of all, when you grow up, a lot of people know I grew up in the military. I grew up out of the country. So when I was on the military base, there was some of everybody mixing with some of everybody. Mm-hmm. It didn't matter, because at the end of the day, your daddy had to cover my daddy on that battlefield. Right. At the end of the day. So yes, I can't.
Who daddy had to cover who daddy? You talking about the white man?
Yes, Jacqueline.
They wasn't fucked up about us on that battlefield.
I highly doubt that.
And I feel like that's just one of the parts. You kind of go back to the same. It's funny because the same thing that you said about Mary when she made the comment about Pine Bluff, you doing the same thing.
Exactly.
You stereotyping those same people. They went. That's not true.
That's not true.
There are still some legitimate ass white people right here who actually
work. But as a whole,
either way, I still feel problematic.
And the ones who are bad, I'm not saying every white person is.
But when you say that same thing, you said it just grouped it. It's the same thing that we got in the
I said interracial. No.
And the sad part is, that was a failed joke. But you serious?
No, I'm saying if all you know is bad stuff, when something is talked about, that's a fair statement.
Sure, but that comes to education as well.
Yeah. Okay, well that's
but you're educated. You educated.
I can't hold you to that.
I'm not saying that.
No, but I've
already stated.
But as your friend, we holding you accountable for what's coming.
But what I'm saying is, do what you feel like you need to do. But number one, I've always said that I don't judge every interracial couple.
Okay.
I've said that plenty of times, and I still stand by that.
But no.
But what I'm saying, and I said for some people, if that's all they know, that's all they know.
Right.
And you cannot fault them for thinking that. That's what I said.
Sure, and that's for some people.
And I said that.
Right, but we not talking. You said for majority. At first, you made a legitimate
very generic.
Right, you spoke for America.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna cap it here. So, James, what is your final sentence on interracial relationships and Black love?
Oh, love who you love, and hopefully to promote true love, whether that's Black, white, whatever. And I'm all down for Black love, but I feel like we have to love ourselves first. Know yourself, get to know who you are first before you get attached to somebody else. And that's whether they're white, Black, or whatever. And I feel like once you find who you are and know what you're looking for within somebody, then you'll be able to really pursue true love and true happiness. And that will actually keep you from saying, I don't fool with somebody because of this. Because then you're not damaged anymore. Mm-hmm. You're allowing yourself to be open to whatever God has for you, whatever love is there for you. You're going to find yourself magnetically connected to it. Mm-hmm. Now, if you are hurt and damaged, of course, you're not going to go towards where you need to go because you're going away from the hurt. And sometimes we need to go towards the things that actually have hurt us so we can actually heal. So I feel like just really knowing yourself and making sure you're a healed person before you attach yourself to somebody else is key.
Oh, what's up, Arnold? I know you were here. All right.
Man, what's your last? I don't have no comment. Go ahead.
Okay. My last thing is this, guys. We all have to get, this was a prime example of us all having to get better at connecting with people, period. And getting to know people. Now, am I acting like there was not a single racist person that I grew up around? No, that's not true. Am I acting like there weren't people who were just together just to be together, or use black women or black men as some kind of taboo fantasy? That's not what I'm saying either. I've experienced that in dating. So I'm
You
not
dated a white
saying
man before?
I had.
How was that? How was it?
I've had good experiences and bad experiences. I've had the white guy that, you know, took on African American swag, if you will. I've dated.
Oh, you had one of them.
Yeah. I've dated.
Appropriate.
I've had.
And you still with, and yet you got something to say to me.
First of all, at the time,
Right. At the time you wasn't woke. Oh, okay.
No, at the time I really wasn't, because I actually just saw that person for what it was. Because my question is it wrong? No, is it wrong that maybe he was appropriated because that's where he grew up? Because he definitely grew up. He definitely grew up in Southwest and definitely was.
I feel like there's always decent order to do everything.
Okay, but I'm not saying he was talking about he was perpetrating. He just
Girl, you just spare me with the cup.
But I was saying I can't say he was appropriating when that's where he grew up. He grew up where in the 90s everybody's wearing starter jackets. When he got up, everybody's wearing
No, ma'am.
like
Even when you had the starter jackets, you had the people who was doing their own thing.
And I'm not saying I can't. What I'm saying to you, Jacqueline, is I can't say he was necessarily copycatting, because my question is: would you say Paul Wall was appropriating?
Hell yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Even though he grew up on the north side of Houston, that's what you're gonna say.
I sure will.
I can't agree with that. Jacqueline, we grew up in the goddamn suburbs, and that means you appropriate some white culture stuff too.
Oh, well, what I appropriate?
Break it down.
I was gonna say that example. I was gonna say we grew up in the suburbs, but you ain't see me doing some of the shit that the other people was doing.
Exactly. I see that coming, but Jacqueline, there are some things.
What I do?
First of all, Jacqueline, this is not some common that the African Americans supposed to say.
That's a fucking. And the whole thing about black people can't have nice stuff or they can't do
that's
stuff.
not what I'm saying either.
For you to say,
okay, so why white dude can't wear Jordan?
You to say that white pants right here is me appropriating some other culture is a goddamn lie.
Really?
I like nice stuff.
Okay, then.
That's just what it is.
So
they
he
got
just
shit
like,
to do
okay,
with white people.
but I got a question.
People are just a little bougie, and that's just what it is.
Okay, so how do we define bougie? Why is
there
a
bougie?
No. Why is there one and why is there not? Because I guarantee you some of the things that we experience in our neighborhood, that there are others that did not experience. The people did not experience people having pools in their backyards and having dogs that didn't have names like with Rottweilers and pit bulls and stuff like that. People didn't experience that. It's folks, I say nephew is a Shih Tzu Pomeranian. They don't even know what a Shih Tzu is.
And that's because that's knowledge on their behalf.
No, but at the same time, if they didn't grow up in that environment where a whole bunch of people had little dogs other than a Yorkie or something,
I like the right love. I like the interaction.
I know that's why Brittany McNeil.
What's she saying?
First of all, I love your voice yelling at Jack like that.
Oh, Jack.
Spare me.
Brittany McNeil, you just spare us from the bleachers.
Spare us.
That's my friend.
Spare us, because at the end of the day, the thing with appropriation, here's the difference.
That's right, Brittany Sharnez. Just know I ain't dating no white man. That's your takeaway. Everybody know that by now.
You're right.
I know that's right.
My thing is this is the thing with appropriation.
So why you going that day?
What day?
Look at him.
Who? What day? Pull out the receipt.
All right, we're going to move on.
Shit, like a black man acting, I might need to try a white man.
Can't believe you got you.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Didn't you tell me that?
I just said that.
First of all, she shit is giving about dating me and big, because I asked don't never let nobody. Nah, I don't know if she's gay. She's not gay, y'all.
No, I'm not gay, y'all.
She's not gay. But I'm just saying, Jacqueline is here.
She hardcore with it.
She hardcore with it. Don't come to her with the shit.
What other questions we got?
I got a question. Let me see.
Ooh,
do you think minorities have an aversion to seek counseling for mental health issues?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I think it was frowned upon, so that's why a lot of people definitely don't. But I feel like it's definitely important.
Very important.
Definitely important.
Not shit too.
It's definitely important. And make sure you do what you need to do for yourself. Don't let other people keep you from going to counseling and getting help that you need. A lot of us in our African American and minority communities are committing suicide, battling depression. So make sure that you actually get some help, because sometimes when you're fooling with people, in the church or whatever, those are not always the most trusted people in your local areas, in your environment. So sometimes you do need to step out of your own habitat and environment and go somewhere else and say, hey, I need some help.
And what we have to also stop doing is being afraid of things that we don't know. I'm gonna be honest, it's a lot of stuff that we just scared of. I mean, quite frankly, because like, for example, I think The Root did a very good article on Kwanzaa, where they talked about all in there, where a lot of people make fun of the celebration of Kwanzaa.
Why they make fun of it, man?
Because they don't know what it is. They don't know. Kwanzaa is actually one of the most pro-Black American things that you can celebrate, and we don't. You know, we focus so much on Christmas.
And Kwanzaa is not a religion, right?
It's not religious. It's community. It was created by Dr. Moringa as a community thing, not as something to change your religion. And so, you know,
that some of y'all don't abide by anyway.
Yes. So we have to stop. So, and back to mental health. First of all, we want to be afraid of things we don't know. The ways you can increase your mental health: one, exercise and diet. I would say that is very true.
I'm not looked up at me like, girl, spare me.
No, because if you eat healthier and you have lower blood pressure, you tend to put less pressure on your mind and your membranes. But just because I know that does not mean I'm just gonna be skinny because I know that.
I didn't say you should be skinny.
No, but the way you look was kind of out of pocket.
Well, the way you look, you talking about something. What did you say? What was your statement? I don't want to get it wrong. What was your statement?
When I said there are other ways to handle your mental health.
And what was it?
I said, and the first one is your diet and exercise.
And you just got done talking about how bad you was eating in Houston, and you telling somebody that
yes. And I was also, did I not meant to also say I ate bad while I was in Dallas.
Well, whatever you was
and I said I was under a lot of stress. I also said I was also under a lot of stress too. So that's one. Number two, weaving in and out of the community as far as going to different places, having new experiences, and experiencing some things for yourself, learning things. Next to that, reading.
Tag somebody right now who don't know nothing about this.
Yeah, reading also increases your mental health as far as it gives your brain activity. That's why they say reading is fundamental. As Eddie Griffin said, it's fundamental.
Cheers.
Number 4.
We got another really good question for you.
Typically stepping out of your circle as far as the Black church or your family and getting health advice, you're getting an unbiased opinion. So you typically are able to be more honest and open and actually release those negative enzymes in you and talk to that person as you get related results. All right, moving on.
Okay, this question right here. Why do Black people celebrate Christmas on the 25th? We don't know when Jesus' ass was born.
He was born between April and September, which was the natural tax season during that time. People either say somewhere close to where we normally celebrate April's Easter, or somewhere between the second week of September is the possibilities of when Jesus could have been born. The other thing is that the reason why they moved it closer to winter solstice is because in order to obtain more conversion from the people in Europe who were celebrating winter solstice while they were trying to convert them to Christianity, that's when they moved Christmas to December 25th. But it's not about the fact of what the day it is. Just celebrate the man and who he is.
The reason for the season is the real.
And actually, I love when people say that, because we also forget the reason for the season is spending quality time with your family and learning. Jesus got gifts from 3 people. Right. Jesus spent time got gifts from necessarily 3 people. If you really read the story, 4 people. Mary gave him life. And then the 3 wise men gave him gifts. So we do all this stuff with gift giving and things that we've forgotten.
So you saying we should only give 3 gifts?
No, what I'm saying is we should focus on spending more time with our family, because y'all spend a lot of time in the malls. We've all worked retail, and
y'all be going broke buying shit you can't afford.
And then it be in the trash or they can't fit it. By the time no, I'm talking about with kids.
And in general, we look at these holidays too. Some of y'all probably don't even understand what Thanksgiving is for, but we give it thanks.
Right.
It was after they slaughter all the people.
So we do so if everybody's so pro-Black, why do we still practice the white man's religion?
Okay, first and foremost, Christianity first was abound in the eastern sectors of Africa, and they got a lot of communal going on with the Muslim culture, which was much, much later. Muhammad did not circulate at the same time as Jesus, so there was 2 separate things. So understand that we may have tendencies of what we have learned from the white man, but the reason why we were so easy to adapt to Christianity because the story had already been told from East Africa when we were trading with the Middle Middle East. So learn your history, read a book, and learn languages. And as for me in my house, I choose Jesus.
Oh, shut up.
Next question.
Ooh, that was mighty, man. That was mighty.
I'm
Next
tired of
question.
people saying that. That's not true.
That was mighty.
All right, that's it. Discuss people always asking gay people when they decide to be gay, but never ask straight people when they decided they were straight.
I agree with that.
Oh,
I agree with
that's
that.
a good question. And I also feel like, honestly, when we look at the heritage of some of y'all, some of y'all daddies and mamas and aunties and grandfathers are gay.
Yeah.
And they stayed in relationships. And, you know, your grandma and grandma might not never discuss it with you, your mom or your daddy, but they did it for, number one, it was frowned upon so much upon. I feel that's another thing in general when we get talking about sexuality or individually, as individuals, you have to be careful on how you're classifying people, because a lot of people are really going on living lives that they are not comfortable with simply because society doesn't seem it to be successful. So I feel like you really got to be careful about that when you get to talking about what's gay or what's straight, because a lot of y'all really don't know. When you think about the older generation, the baby boomers, and before then, you really don't know their sexuality because it was not an open thing. So although your mother and daddy work together, think about this. For y'all, this is old school. If your mama and your grandfather or your dad, whatever, they sleep in separate beds, I want you to question it. Because it's a lot. Think about it.
Well, back in the day.
And I know they did it back in the day, but even when you came back,
right,
a lot of them still was sleeping in separate beds.
Well, let me explain the
some of y'all
bed.
were sleeping out because I know a few of them.
Well, let me explain the separate bed typically. Even if we go back to deep in our heritage,
I'm glad you hear what she's saying.
Yeah, I did. But going back to
I said the local pastor.
Going to some of our
church do you attend?
I attend St. Luke Missionary Baptist Church.
Oh, yeah.
What church do you attend?
I'm carrying a day.
Oh, okay. And Jay?
I'm currently dating St. Mark.
Come on, Dave.
Where the word is mighty strong over there.
All right.
Our people can stop being concerned about sexuality that isn't their own. What do you mean?
That's a true statement. A lot of people feel concerned about a lot of people who not funny. I'm trying to figure out why is it so much of a concern. It's like,
Read the big deal. Hold on. I decided to be straight March 6, 1993. Yes, sir!
And that's problematic because you didn't have a sexual tendency in your body.
No.
When you touch straight out the womb, Brittany McNeil.
Yeah.
Girl, spare me.
Okay, so when it comes to sexuality, what we have to understand is that
I would like to know, are people born gay?
I do believe so.
What do y'all think?
So
I've had family members that show no tendency of attraction to the opposite sex from childhood. Like I have nephews that first time they ever saw a woman, they hey, how you doing? You know, they had an attraction to women, even though if they didn't know what it mean, they want to flirt with women. And I've had nieces and nephews who did not respond to the opposite sex in that way. Mm-hmm. Even after watching the Disney movies and learning about romance and all this other stuff, they were more concerned about what society wouldn't want them to be concerned about as far as with what their gender role is supposed to do to match their sex. So I do believe that people are born where they don't feel, and I feel like we do have a problem, period, because I think people will forget. I think personally, and you can say what you want to, I think Jesus will still pray for the gay people.
He did.
I think Jesus still,
he did though. And people have to read the whole Bible in the entirety, not the pieces that you want to read. Because even then, you got to look at Jesus. And people can talk about sins and all condemnation, all that other stuff. That is great and fine and dandy. Read the whole Bible. The 12 disciples was some fucked up individuals. Let's be very clear.
They were so up. The person he built the church on had an anger problem.
I agree with Jasmine. The bottom line is no one knows.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel like, well, in general, to what I'm saying is, you can't really be placing condemnation on other people on what you feel like is acceptable or not, because Jesus hung out with majority of people who were problematic. And we just make it plain. So they were our problem.
How would y'all feel if your child came to you and said that they were gay, bisexual, whatever?
First things and foremost, especially depending on how old my child is. Mm-hmm. If my child comes to me before they turn 15 or 16 and say that to me, I'm going to question of what they mean by that. What makes you feel that way? Mm-hmm. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, we quick to label somebody because they're different.
Right.
I've seen that where we have out of our mouth claimed somebody gay or claim
And they just have
somebody
personality.
lesbian, and they just have personality, or
That's
they were
true.
good at design. And I think that that's the problem.
And black community, we do that to ourselves.
We do it to ourselves so bad because honestly, there are some African American men that I believe that are not gay or never would have ever slept with the man or never would have been with the man if because they knew the difference between burgundy and red as a little boy, or they was able to do well at matching clothes, or they was able to braid hair early. So many people started calling them gay and started speaking that on them. So next thing you know, they thought, well, I'm gonna try this because that's what everybody's saying. And now I sleep with men,
Mm-hmm.
and it's some men out here that have been sleeping with men for years,
And you'll never know.
and
that goes back to Chrissy's statement. She said back in there they had privacy. They definitely did have privacy, and I think it's also a difference into where, like now it feels like it's everybody's business.
Yeah.
Oh, Jackie got a man.
Yeah, I think that was out of line. Whoever asked her about
I'm just
that.
saying in general.
I'm being serious.
Like
I think so. Should children be exposed to the LGBT community early on, like in cartoons and books, etc.? Should parents have a right to filter with their kids?
Absolutely.
And we talked about that on the we didn't really get to go in depth with it. And I feel like a lot of people, and I feel like honestly, kids should be watching certain shit. When I was growing up, letting them play, it was a sex scene coming up. You need to leave the room. It's cussing on the TV. You leave the room. But now we don't even parent our kids. So now when it comes up to where we see LGBT because it's more sexualized now, we feel like, oh my God, you can't watch. Well, first of all, bitch, you should have got him in there when Chris Tucker was on the screen cussing saying motherfucker. Or when that news thing came on, you should have got his ass in the back anyway.
And I'm sorry,
so it's all inclusive.
Children cuss to me is not appropriate. I don't think it's cute. Like that little boy that was doing for that pussy challenge. That was because I already cussed. I might as well go ahead.
You might as well go and release.
But
Brittany Charnez said you can't filter in real life though. Gay individuals are everyday people.
Yeah,
not everyday people, but also
but we're not saying that we should never talk about what it is because, like you said, it's everyday people.
And your child could potentially be a gay person in the making.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, certain shit go to bed. It's time to turn off Family Guy. Family Guy comes on all day long.
Some shit you just gotta know that at the end of the day, when I grew up, I can't speak for nobody else. It was certain shit as a child. I was a child. When we had a family function, I sat at the kids' table when I was with grown folks. Exactly. And I feel like we are too acceptable to our kids being grown up. Oh, they smart their age.
This generation of parents has a lot to do with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's
how do you feel about this generation of parents and their parenting skills?
I feel like
there's no division between parent and friend.
And
I feel like me and my mother. You know, me and my mom, we joke, we have a real good relationship. But like some of these people like call them by their first name. Linda, girl, me and my mom got a real jokey relationship, but I'm never just come, Linda, can you hear me that? What? Who you talking to? Okay, lose my teeth. What you talking about?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Bitch, what? My mom, I gotta watch because she watching
I can understand, like, for me, like, the only time I've ever just said Cheryl is if I'm really, really, really trying to get, you know how you like mama, and they be ignoring you. Mm-hmm. And like I'm in church, so I think she ignored me or she can't hear me. But I know that she will hear me and answer me if I be like, sure, like real low. But at the mama, you know, I heard say because my thing is this: there has to be a reverence for adulthood that we've taken away. It is not okay how these kids talk to their teachers. It's not okay how they talk to the janitor. Let me tell you something. Mr. Jemison is Mr. Jemison. Even as a grown adult, it's hard for me to go to work and call somebody older than me by their first name.
It's just a respect thing. But I definitely feel like going back to the gay question, I definitely feel like we definitely have to start in general letting people express. And I feel like this goes back in the day, kind of what we talked about earlier when Jazz was on the episode, when we talked about we have really made sure that men can express themselves, or men can have emotion, or women can't be a strong person. We really got to be careful when we're putting labels on people just because they have certain characteristics and let people play themselves out. And I really appreciate when you see parents who you put your child is really creative. How about you go put them in some extracurricular activities? Because sexual activity is all on the television. So if you let your kid just look at TV all day and you thinking that's what's monitoring, they gonna take into that. So you really gotta monitor about what you're feeding to your child. Yeah. Plus, you gotta do some parenting.
Yeah,
you do. Because game is out here. They gonna see people out here.
Because my thing is, it's so dangerous to me that we are not parenting young African American men. That's dangerous to me.
Men or women.
But you gotta think, half these people though, it kind of goes back to that episode with Jasmine. They not being parented. So
that's my thing.
And it goes back to broken people.
Scary.
Broken people are having kids.
It's so scary to me. And like the thing about it is,
I thought you was crying.
I know it's just a thought. I'm not crying. I'm not crying.
Did you drink some of my wine?
No, did I miss it?
Put it
No,
together.
listen. The reason why it's no. The reason why. But listen, the reason why that's so scary to me, the problem with it is that we forget that, okay, yeah, my child can be my friend and this and this and this, but at the end of the day, there's still, everybody has to answer to somebody. And I saw the Young Turks. I love the Young Turks, and they were talking about dang, I just lost him what the guy's name is. I'll make sure I post it tomorrow. But they were talking about how this man symbolized to the problem with millennials is a parenting problem. One, that parents didn't distinguish to their children hard work, basically.
What?
You know, we got participation trophies and all kind of stuff like that. Talked about that.
Keep going.
Somebody said my friend wants to have a drink with me. Number two, we don't.
We got some responses we got to get to.
Oh yeah, this is wrong. So basically, when he overlapped at Young Turks, he said, "Oh, well, this is this." So don't.
You see.
So my question is,
why filter it? I feel the young generation getting exposed to everything. Unlike millennial, you spelled that wrong. We had things figured because the power and respect of parental guardian authority. Young generation hop on YouTube and can see it all.
well, that's when you teach your kids who to have as your friend. That's what my thing is. The foundation at home is very, very important, because when I started hanging out with kids that was getting me in trouble, my parents stepped in and said that's not a good decision.
Everybody has to answer to somebody, so punishment on your child is oversight or overseen by Child Protective Services and public policy. The rules have changed a lot.
They have.
But it's also it's always has been ways other than spanking your children to.
And another thing,
they don't work with every
you know
child.
what? I'm going to partially agree with what he said. Because this day and age, the generation, they're much smarter than
Thank
we are.
you. You can't filter YouTube. Thank you.
You can, but I'm going to say these kids are much more smarter than what we were. They're getting technology. Everything's technology. You know, we had books. A lot of their homework is
on the computer.
Yes, all the time now. So I'm going to say this. If you decide, not to wear condom, and you have a child out here, I'm going to hope your ass is a whole ass individual. Because what you need to understand is the moment that child hits this earth and they come up to the understanding to where they can have access to all of this, you need to really be able to have these real ass conversations. So that comes into sexuality, individualism. I'm talking about their heritage, their culture, love, respect, all these different things that technically a lot of us didn't have. Because you know why? You're not going to be having sex out here with somebody you don't know that well with no condom on them. You got true self-respect.
Yeah.
So you not out here naked every time we see you on social media, your titties showing, your pussy showing, and you talking about I'm in. Yeah, that's all great. That's fine and cute. You're not out here just smashing everybody. You got kids everywhere you're not taking care of. If you a whole ass individual. So I say this to say, you have so much to say about the goddamn agenda. You got so much to say about self-respect. You got so much to say about censorship. Make sure your ass have done your damn research to make sure you are effective to be a parent, since you went out here and fuck rock.
Yeah.
Because half the time when y'all out here having kids, they're not playing, and you're not ready, and you're a broken ass individual bringing another person in, and they're gonna have to deal with brokenness. So you make sure you're bringing in wholeness. And if you are going to bring in somebody and you're a broke ass individual, you better work 10 times as hard to make sure they have a fully understanding on what they're coming into, because the times are changing and it is different. So I will say you have to go the extra mile to have these conversations, even if they're uncomfortable for you, even if it's unfamiliar for you, because we do a lot of, oh, my child's gay, so I don't fool with them. Unacceptable. Oh, my child is this and that. Unacceptable. Oh, my child's different, has different type of style. Unacceptable. Oh, my child's outspoken, so unacceptable. We got to have real conversations, because if we don't, we damn our own selves.
Absolutely.
So, no.
And I think that's a good closing on that.
Yeah, that's capped that at that.
What are the issues with dating this generation, and what are the good things? What are the good and bad things? Is it easier, or do you think it's harder?
Jacqueline, this be.
Okay, so what are the issues? I think, some of the issues with this generation that I feel, one is there's two parts. Some people are afraid of commitment, and then I feel like some people are not afraid of commitment, but they're afraid of wasting their time. Because I'm not afraid of commitment, but what I am afraid of is investing so much time in you, and then 6 months later, you like, oh,
I'm good on you.
I'm good. What the fuck did we just spend 6 months doing then?
Playing games.
You see what I'm saying? So I feel like that's definitely a flawed thing in this generation.
Everybody direct message way. I experienced that. I was with somebody for 8 months and we dated, you know. One thing I can't say is don't sell a dream.
Right, stop selling dreams.
Stop selling dreams. Because my thing is, I feel like a guy will meet a girl that, you know, they feel like, okay, she's, you know, she'll be loyal or whatever. And it's not that we loyal because of a look or anything else, because we don't want to be going everywhere. But I think that you should be more respectful of that girl. If she's not with being all everywhere out there like that, then you don't have no business out there going and sleeping with other people and then coming back to her house. You know what I'm saying?
And I also feel like that goes back into, you know, and I definitely get the wasting time thing. I also feel like we got to ask the appropriate questions. A lot of people are scared to ask the right questions. It's like, did you not make the expectation that we're not sleeping with nobody else? Because if you ask some of these people who've been cheated on, well, no, he knew he had at home. Somebody who was available. That's what he knew he had.
Yeah.
Did y'all have that understanding that no, we're not sleeping with other people, no, we exclusive.
I feel like another thing with this generation is nobody wants to be monogamous. It's this big talk of, oh, I can have a
multiple
girlfriend and then I can have another girlfriend, or I can have a boyfriend and then I got another boyfriend. It's like too much of that. Like, what happened to the, oh, it's just me and you, let's work through this thing and let's make this work type of mentality.
That's what happened.
One, and then I also think another thing is everybody wants this microwavable result. Pop it in and like,
and all of a sudden I got
but nobody,
100 Victoria's Secret bags.
Right, but nobody wants to really put in the work for the relationship.
No. And my thing too is, my thing is this.
I can't blame social media. I really hate when people say that social media is the reason why relationships don't. I don't know if that's where you're going with it, but I really don't like when people be like, "Oh, social media is ruining relationships." No, you allow whatever you allow into your relationship.
Social media helps you get caught up because you didn't have enough self-control to say no.
Who all smashing? Who all smashing?
And that's out of pocket.
I said
problematic.
The Little Rock Wash Club.
Yeah, it's just that's
too
much. Well, what are some of the good things that this generation has to offer?
One thing I can say that is a good thing is that people more or less, or I will say, are standing up for themselves in these relationships. I think that we do have less of people staying with someone because, you know what I'm saying? Because, well, that's who like me or whatever, you know, that kind of thing. I do see a lot of more women leaving. But
I guess I see that also as like kind of like what Jacqueline said. I also feel like with this day and age, you know, the social media. So of course, if I'm dating Jacqueline right now, we good, and then all of a sudden we don't. But Jacqueline pissed me off, of course, and then I feel like Jacqueline do one thing. Fuck Jacqueline, I'm done. I got people in my inbox.
Doing that.
You gotta stop doing it. Just because you got options don't mean all them options should be straight shit.
Yeah.
Straight shit.
What? Dropping somebody like these.
Yeah,
I'm very guilty.
I didn't need it a few times. I had to stop.
But and then I also think people don't want to take ownership of what's going on in relationship. At least I can say, yeah, I've done that a few times.
I'm the queen of the 30-minute date. Like,
what does that mean?
If you on that bullshit in 30 minutes of the date, I leave. I pay my portion. Thank you for your evening. Shake your hand and I leave.
Because smoke your cigarette and leave.
Let's get up out of there. I get on up out of there. But
David said we got more options, which I feel like people have always had more options.
Always.
I just think, like he said,
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like more traditionally, men had more options. I feel like women did not take advantage of their more options.
That means you had them. If you don't take advantage of something, you just did.
That's what I'm saying. I think men took more. Thank you, Jay. That's better wording. I think men took more advantage of their options, and I think women did not. Because let's back up.
I think women were more slick with it, actually. And I think that goes back to the privacy issue. I feel like a woman has always had the ability, and they've done it, just like men have cheated, of course. Men got caught up because men actually thrive off the arrogance of I can have Jacqueline and I can have Mid and I can have some meth. That was like an arrogance thing. The women were always smart to where, oh, I got Samuel at home, but little they know I got Johnny Steamboat over here and I got Jay over here at the side, and nobody know about nothing. And when you see me in public, I'm still looked at with poise and grace.
Yeah, you know what?
Bruce
that was a joke out of it. He said, you know, women, if they cheat, they cheating across town, out of town.
And that's what they did back in the day. They had a whole family over there you didn't know about.
But the women didn't. The men did that.
Well, a lot of you hoes come back pregnant.
Right.
Then they said, let me see.
Just saying.
We look on the outside too much. we want to have a boo because they have the juice, but then want to be mad when they get played. Like it's a lot of men who can lay down pipe and women who can throw booty all day. But what makes you unique? We don't look at what makes a person unique at all. We just date a person simply and only because they fine. That a lot of people do that now.
And I feel like that goes to you being a broken ass person.
Exactly.
Because if you're looking at a vessel and it ain't nothing in that vessel, then what good is it?
What good would this glass be if it was empty?
I mean, my thing is,
it's a beautiful glass. But what good would
it offers you nothing.
It offers you nothing if it's empty.
Offer me a little butter.
I get it.
What Jasmine say? People don't communicate. That's very true.
That's my number one.
Communication is what really, I feel like, is what really be ruining relationships.
Especially for me.
Because like he said, you don't communicate what you really want.
Mm-hmm.
You're not upfront about it at the beginning, and
that's on both parties. The person who's expecting and the person who I want to be with somebody knowing you really just trying to smash. Just be plain. Be clear about what you want.
No. I think that the problem is, I think a lot of people don't want to accept no, so they're going to sell you a dream to get what they want anyway and act the way they want to anyway.
That and then the other part of it is the women or the man, they don't take it for what it is. I think a lot of us don't take it for, and I had to learn that the hard way. I say I want a relationship or whatever, and he like, oh, I don't really want, but I still continue to be in the relationship. Yeah. And that's on me. I didn't accept it. Exactly. Even though he told me, I don't what it was, I still continue. And that's and I feel like that's
and I'm sorry. I've listened to some women talk about that, and you can't say F that dude if you just sat up here and ignored everything, every signal he has gave you that he does not want to be in a monogamous relationship. I'm just being honest. If you have ignored a man will tell you if he wants to settle down with you. But at the same time, men, I will say this. Don't sit up here and have little Sally Sue over here thinking that it's more than what it is. You can't take Sally Sue on vacations and candlelight dinners and buy her roses on random days and stuff like that, and then go over here and then think it's okay when Sally Sue find out you messing around with Martha. I'm just
not get an older man to be happy, sis. Them motherfuckers to do you wrong.
And they've been cheating longer. They've been cheating longer, so they got you.
First of all, let me tell y'all something. If you want to be a sugar baby, that's your business. Oh. To me, that's your business. I'm just being honest. That's your business.
I know Jasmine got a nice comment for you.
No, I'm not saying that every woman that dates an older man is a sugar baby. But I'm just saying, understand. Some of y'all are with these older men because y'all want to be sugar babies. But if you're dating an older man,
because some of y'all got
she said clarification. I said older man, not old man.
Oh, okay. And some of y'all date older men if you got daddy issues, you need to recognize that.
Yeah, old, yeah. Because that's what I'm thinking.
Because you're looking for somebody to take care of you because your daddy did.
Orlando made a good point. A lot of people don't look at the signs either. We put on blinders because we really want to be with the person no matter.
Exactly.
That's true because a lot of people just want that affection. They want to be wanted and they want that
at any cost.
At any cost, and they just stay in that situation.
You compromise your self-worth in that.
Well, Jazz, I do agree with that. I do. For me, I do typically both attract and I have dated men who are 8 to 10 years older than me.
So how do you handle that? Is that something that you take on? Or? Like, how is that? Like, how was the dating to date somebody like like somebody who's the age of your parents?
Oh no, my parents are in their 50s.
Okay, so somebody who have what it is. How does that make you feel?
No
different. Does it make you feel like you get in school?
I'll tell you what, it doesn't make me feel
cooler out of bed.
right.
I
mean, it's just dating. Now, one thing I will say is,
so it's just dating, but is the perspective not different? The approach is different?
Oh, the approach is absolutely different with an older man.
So what?
But it can be the same.
So what is your approach with it? Because I think that might be a little problem.
I don't think I'm the type to engage in conversation in that way with the man. Like I may way? Like I'm not. Hey baby, I'm not gonna cat.
Is that how you be talking? Man?
No, I'm trying to
be example.
No, I'm just saying I'm not.
What you doing this, man?
Right, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not feeling. Now, if I do that, it's somebody I know I'm playing with you. Like I walk up to Jay, like, "Hey, sexy," I'll do that to him.
Sounds sexy to me.
But yeah, exactly, because I'm playing. But like, if an older guy, I usually wait for a guy to approach me. Mm-hmm. I am that kind of girl.
Let me stop there. Are you two always the type to? This is a good question for the fellas out here. Do you always have to be approached?
No, if anybody know me, they know I don't mind putting it out there.
Especially when she had a few of these.
It takes more than one. Whatever. I am not afraid to put anything out there and shoot my jump or anything out about all that gender role. All men should come to you. I am. Sometimes, but most times
I really am. I can see you and I could think you are so attractive, but I just
miss your shot.
And miss my shot because I feel like I'm so corny. It's a me thing. It's not because of gender roles whatsoever. It's a me thing. I really do feel like I'm corny. Like that's just me. Now
Brittany, I am not aggressive.
I think both y'all are aggressive though.
Who?
Who aggressive? You don't think you're aggressive?
I don't think.
Yeah, you are absolutely aggressive.
Aggressive. Be aggressive.
I got a question. What if the girl or guy break up with you over a petty argument before y'all even get together, and the dude or woman may or may not have been, or have been a little tipsy, but everything else was good, but that person calls it quits?
First of all, when you talk about the drinking problem, you're a little tipsy. How often is this tipsy?
Tipsy all the time.
Right. Two, how are we calling off something that we're not together on?
And we're gonna cap that question next question.
Because I'm just trying to get up.
And let me tell you something. This is the thing too. That's nothing with missing signals.
No.
That's nothing with missing signals.
But no, let me just comment on that one though. Honestly, I feel like it depends. It's situational. I feel like maybe sometimes it's, you really didn't want to be with that person anyway, so your first chance of getting out, you just get out.
You jump off the plane,
or you may be afraid to really take it there with that person. So it's like,
or you go too far.
Yeah, or in your
far.
defense, you're like, okay, let me just stop now.
That is true.
You see what I'm saying? So it can be either person. I've had this happen to me, and it was the latter. It wasn't because I didn't really like the person. It was just because I was afraid, and I was not ready at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I talked a big talk at the time like I was ready, but I really was not.
Mm-hmm.
And in the end, I kind of blamed him. And it really was.
At least you got out, because some people end up having like.
Thank you, Miriam. Hold on, time out. We're gonna shout out to my little griot. She said a positive note for millennials dating is that we see more images of black love in the media.
You know what? Since we right there, I think it's real good because
I'm not a pimp.
We definitely show a lot of black love on our page. We try to promote that as much as possible, and I do think that social media has helped with that because we don't really see that. You don't see that really advertised on television unless you're on BET or Black People Meet or whatever. So I do think that it isn't. Think about when you just see two black people on kissing. Let's say that. But you watch the BET special. Spare me. You really don't see.
Not unless you watch the BET special.
Spare me.
Oh, God.
So
on TV1.
And you can't even count for the music video to be black on black. So you can just spare me with that.
Yeah.
So, but what do y'all think about the whole big uproar about Princess?
Talking about Princess Harry?
Yeah.
And what's her name?
Like, first of all, they was way out of pocket back in the
Well, I really hate that everybody was like, black love, or she's setting the bar for black women. She gave black women hope. What the fuck are you giving us hope for? That a white man who got all this wealth and all this generation stuff gonna come down and swoop and save us? That's what you're giving us hope for?
Yeah, that was out of line.
Can I play devil's advocate?
Play devil's advocate.
I'm not saying that I agree with this statement, but I will put this statement out there. I hope that what they meant was that there is a lot of singleness in the black community.
Okay.
And I hope that I hope, because that's not what came out.
The intent was what?
I hope the intent was to say that
it was a myth.
It was total myth, but there's an opportunity for black women to get the full family.
Well, that's not what they said.
And that's not what they said.
We gotta take for face value.
And I don't think that's what it was. Because they could have really said Princess, whatever her name is, but I don't care too much about what her name is, honestly, because it wasn't.
Because she didn't set the bar for
first of all, another thing that's real important is we have to stop looking at this woman as if she did something wrong. She just loves who she loves, and she's so happy.
Right. It's not fair to put her
right, because a lot of people just like, oh my gosh, is she even black? Yes, bitch, she black. And she black.
Why is that even like
Megan? That's her name, Megan Markell.
Yeah.
Why? So I don't she played on Suits, my show.
So we need to stop looking at her because she did something wrong. She was in love with somebody who she loved. You have to be a friend, great.
Like, yo,
but she didn't self-proclaim herself to be.
My thing is this, my problem with the whole interracial argument is, whether it's black love or this, some of our greatest.
Oh, that's right. Ebony said Lisa Ray got a whole island and married a king. Didn't know that. That's what's up.
Oh, they got divorced because he slept with Roxy Diaz from BET.
Not Roxy Diaz. How you know
Is that her name, Roxy Diaz? Yeah, I know it's Roxy, but I didn't know her last name. But yeah, that's old news. That was on the reality show and everything.
Excuse me.
But that was a bar.
Oh, she did. Hey, it is what it is.
I remember that. I mean, that's like that's
which also goes back to you gotta stop actually, getting in love with. We're not even in love with people. What they have, people that have all this shit and still treat you like shit. So you really gotta start.
Mm-hmm. And you know what I respect for Lisa Ray? Lisa Ray didn't stay on the private island and be a duchess and all that stuff. She left. It was a standard there. I was with somebody from another culture. And there was an agreement in the beginning. I made it very plain to this person. We're not stepping out. That's not it. He stepped out.
Cheat?
Yeah. We're not stepping out.
That's his culture to cheat?
That's what he claimed, but it's in you cheat. You can make your decision. But what I will say is this. I would say this. I walked away and I meant it. I left and I meant it. We've hung out since then. We've been cool friends since then. But I left and I meant it. Since then? No.
I know the easy way to slip back.
No.
Into the stabbing sheet.
No. We've hung out. We've talked. We've chatted. We've studied together. We've
studied
anatomy.
And it wasn't that. But
it wasn't anatomy.
What I'm saying is, people forget. Sometimes people respect you more for maintaining the. Ooh, I do want some of them, but she already used.
You so stupid.
Jacqueline over here. Y'all know Chef Jack over here.
Yeah, I'm so goddamn hungry.
Clearly. But yeah, you definitely have to be careful when you in relationships with people. Make sure you know when to leave, when to go. Send us more questions, guys. Let's see what we got here.
What we got?
Oh, does rap music really?
Hey, YK.
Look, he would be on here doing this.
Hey, Nate. I see you, Big Nate. Big Nate. We talked about that half question. That was you talked about that earlier. And Big Nate said, when we talked about the paying half the rent, Big Nate said, well, if you in my house and I can't provide, then I don't need to have you. My thing is this.
That's another perspective.
He made a clear statement
about what he
wants and what your expectation should be for being with him. What is Nate? Go ahead one time. You can do a shameless plug to talk about any. Is it Brothers Barbecue? What is it? What's your barbecue catering?
Look at that.
What is it? I need to try that.
Yeah,
right, we need some free samples.
Baker's Brothers Barbecue. That's what it is. Baker Brothers Barbecue. But Nate put that out there, and Nate does. You ask some very good questions on social media about that kind of stuff. So what's up, Nate? What was the question you asked about rap? Go ahead.
Pretty much they had asked me about, do we really believe that rap music promotes violence and really tears down the African American community in a negative way? I totally disagree.
I disagree.
I know there are people out there who definitely, and I feel like you have a biased opinion.
But there you go, y'all. Hashtag back.
There it is. Because I also feel like that's just saying, does R&B promote, well?
What's doing?
I would say R&B definitely does promote.
I would say both. They do promote it. Rap does promote a little violence.
But I also feel like not all rap, because if you listen to the dynamics of rap music, most of them are just telling their story, their perspective, their life experience.
My question is, why aren't we sponsoring rap artists that are giving different perspectives? Because my thing is, this Childish Gambino been out for years. Years Donald Glover been out. Back when Issa Rae was doing Opera Black Girl and before. He been acting and everything else. He just didn't put it.
So stop promoting the bullshit. Because I will say I like Future, but you know what? He does definitely promote a lot of drugs.
Yeah, like I love YK as a person and stuff like that. But sometimes YK can be talking about sex. A lot of sex, a lot of partying, a lot of kicking.
Not too much on YK.
No, I'm not saying I love YK. He knows I love him. But I'm just saying, if you don't want to hear that, then
You gotta, and that's another thing. Start promoting the people who you actually feel like have a
exactly.
Because a lot of people go dormant and silent on the people that actually feel like they have a voice. So
Well,
I
they
think
have
that's
to come
important.
down your pew, girl.
I know, that's fine.
I'm ready for the
Well, look, he put his hand up and said, YK, I love you to death. I don't want you to ever think that I'm saying there's anything wrong with you. But I will say,
he's right above you.
He's right above you.
Right above you.
He said my music reflects. There you go. The music.
And that's what we're saying. Music usually reflects the
yeah.
Sometimes they perpetrate.
Just backtracking a little bit here. Brittany McNeil said we did the same thing with Tyrese's wife, who turned out to not be black.
Oh, she's not black?
I thought she. But if she's biracial and she doesn't claim black herself, then why are we doing it for her? Now, did she say that she wasn't a black woman? I don't have a receipt on that.
I have a receipt on that.
In regards to, I don't know about that.
But the thing about it is, there's lots of little mixed girls running around here with light skin, and they can say what they want to. And I've watched them when they daddies come to Donuts and Dad's Day. Then all of a sudden, that's how we know when they black, because they daddies is black, or when mama shows up and she's black or whatever. So let's not go there. At the end of the day, if you have a black parent in the United States, you are black. In England, you are black. So
in England, you black.
It's not like that. Like let's make it plain. It is what it is.
So man, when you was in England, did you ever be called a nigga?
When I didn't live in England, but any of my experience with English people or anything like that in German, no, never. The problem was more or less that I was an American than it was that I was black in some cases. I remember going to France and they would not give my parents directions because they felt like they should speak French. And so pitying me as a child of parents that won't learn French, they spoke to me. My friends were Polish. One was from Mexico, one was from France, one was from Belgium. We all learned French as a common language to talk between us. So, I mean, it was different. Little black girls, you know, looked like we do here. You had some that were African. You had some that were American. Then you had some that were interracial.
So there's a lot of shit.
It's just a lot of stuff. You had Turkish people. Like, it's totally different in Europe. A different experience. And everywhere we're going from Arkansas to Fayetteville, you know, we're still in Arkansas. Arkansas, Little Rock to Fayetteville, and we're still in Arkansas. Going from Little Rock to Fayetteville in Europe, them 3 hours, you're in another country.
Well, that's crazy.
So it's a whole other culture. So
it is a different perspective.
It's different. It's way different.
So out of everything that we have experienced this year on the Melanin Pot, what that is talking about sex and open relationships.
Don't ever try to disrespect me and my food.
What is that?
That food needs some seasoning, fam. I promise there's plenty of seasoning.
And shout out to Rachel Whitfield, because she definitely got a mean season now.
Oh, yeah.
Mean season now. So yeah, out of everything that we have experienced this year, whether that was talking about open relationships, discussing music and the hip hop agenda, fashion, individuality, sexuality, supporting black-owned businesses, we definitely appreciate you guys for being here on the ride with us. There's a lot of upcoming and great things for the Melanin Pot.
Just make your little appearance.
Right, he just made his little appearance. Let's just go ahead and get you on camera. Come on.
Now you want to run? Don't run.
Look, we got Big E. This is Jacqueline Horse.
No, he's not a
Big
horse. Hey, baby.
Oh, we talking for the food.
Sorry.
Right.
Hey, baby.
She said,
hey, food.
Okay.
He's about to let him be drunk.
You had enough little camera time. There you go.
There you go, Stokely. Y'all, Stokely, a lot of people ask me questions about when I find dogs. Lately, I found a lot of dogs.
You keep an agenda.
Guys, Stokely came to me from a Griot sister. She messaged Ashley.
Man, we don't
give a damn.
No, I just want to get it out because somebody
don't care.
Not you, y'all don't care. She got
Who asked?
Basically, don't shop a dog if you can. Don't shop the dog if you can.
Not shop a dog.
I said don't shop a dog.
Not shop a who?
Don't shop a dog. Basically saying.
Is there any last questions before we close out?
Last questions before we close out. Anything you want to know about the pot? Questions about just anything?
They said I keep a dog. I do.
You do. You keep a dog, a man, and a job.
I can't keep a man, y'all.
Yeah,
you keep one in rotation.
You stay on the little
You will keep one. That's just.
That don't mean I keep a man.
Well, I guess you can't keep them, but you keep one.
You're right. You can't keep a man.
You can't keep a man, but you will keep one.
There
will be one present.
Not there.
Where there are 2 or 3 gathered.
No, and his name.
You be dating 2 or 3 people.
No, I don't.
Half of y'all definitely be dating multiple people at one time, but that's
I think
really
And I don't think there's nothing wrong with
it
that.
is if you're sexually involved.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I agree
I
with
And
that.
majority, I would say, would probably most. I would probably bet.
But the whole point of dating is to find somebody.
That's true.
Yeah,
I don't
what-
think it's wrong to date.
that's
more
what
than
dating
one.
is.
and this is
Courting.
Courting, yes.
That's really
I court. I don't sleep like around like that.
Yeah, I don't sleep around.
Man, you know the history lesson of why it's
I
called
usually
courting.
keep consistency.
I actually do not
That's
know.
something we
I
need to
know
look
that.
up. I
I
don't
know that. I think it is an English-based word. I think it does have something to do with England with courtship. Because it's a royal thing, you know, they used to bring princes.
It's
and
not in the
princesses to
Bible.
countries. Yeah, it's not. But the thing is, in the Bible, it's pre-marriage, though. I mean, like they prearranged the marriage
Right.
in a lot of cases. I mean, Mary was prearranged to Joseph, so you know, like I mean, the only person I could think of that really just chose.
You know, a lot of
somebody-
people didn't know that Jesus had siblings.
Yes, how do y'all not know that?
Yeah.
When he was dying and he told his brother to take on his mother, he was talking to his brother. Y'all thought Joseph and Mary didn't have sex?
Oh, we got a question. Does engagement ring size and cost matter?
No.
I disagree.
Okay.
Ooh.
Let's go with you first.
I just feel like excuse me, chicken crispy.
I tasted very good.
You definitely not gonna stop.
I didn't say it was no wrong. I said it was.
Oh, okay. Let me say I don't.
Yeah,
think
you about to miss your meals.
Well, I don't think I'm gonna say I don't think it matters, but I think it does. Like I'm a yes and a no with. I'm not saying give me a little bitty ring, but at the same time I'm not gonna be like, oh no, I can't marry you because that's all you can afford. And you're gonna give me a little ring. I'm not saying that, but I feel like knowing the person that you're trying to propose to, you know what that person likes.
Yeah.
So you should at least
And if
try.
you can upgrade, I'm sorry.
But
Yeah,
what
you can upgrade.
but what
If you can't afford that,
I
I'm
bet
definitely
that's
gonna.
what you like might not be
That's
in the
what I'm
budget.
saying. You can't afford that. I'm definitely gonna take that into consideration and not fault you.
And by the way, don't you look at some of these women rings and think that that's a real diamond? Because sometimes it is not. It is cubic zirconia, and there are plenty of articles out that have been released by and confirmed by Zales and everybody
Not
else
confirmed.
that millennials do not typically buy a diamond. So don't look at nobody else's ring and be like, oh, I want that, because that could be one big cubic, one big old cubic.
If a man wants an abortion but the woman still has the baby, should he take care of the child?
Hell to the motherfucking.
Yeah,
I say yeah.
that's still your
Because they
baby.
still that child.
That's still your child.
And y'all both collectively decided not to wear that condom. So I just feel like
And
and
you want
even
an
if broke,
abortion, you
like,
should-
And that's in the same case too. I feel like a woman, you know, you have to accept whatever consequence. If you told this man about this baby and you go and have an abortion and he didn't agree to that abortion, I don't feel like he's wrong if he leave you.
If a woman say no and she still get raped, was she raped or not?
What?
you said what?
Yes.
You answer your
If
Not
a
when a tree
woman,
fall in the forest. Nobody-
Right. If a woman say no and she still get raped, was she raped? Yes.
Yes, she was raped.
So just you lay down with that man and you had that baby and y'all did that together, you still the daddy. So
Yeah.
That was really extreme.
it was extreme. I want y'all to know how extreme.
But
I was so like,
the
what-
example that I gave, you know, what if the woman wants an abortion but the dad doesn't?
I mean,
Is it fair that she go get one?
I also feel this goes back into you need to ask the appropriate questions beforehand.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, first, apparently both of y'all was enjoying the raw sex.
these mashed potatoes are really
Spare me.
They are good. I want to.
She was.
I'm still.
They were really
I
nice to
really
see.
was-
Yeah.
Y'all be sure to hit up Jacqueline for a nice meal.
Jacqueline said she don't cook.
I do not cook for. Oh, let me go get my thing.
Shout out to
Brittany got
You
me.
so out of line.
Sorry,
Here.
Papa.
If y'all want a meal, y'all just come on down to Endell's. Come on down to Endell's Kitchen. But yeah.
Yes, my friend Brittany got me a wonderful Christmas present.
So why can't you say?
She got me an apron. It says
Customize.
menu. I don't look at it, y'all. I don't cook for men. I casually date. Chef Jack. That's me. That's me. Thank you,
Hey,
Brittany McNeil.
but Brittany, we need an apron for the one she sleep with.
I don't cook for motherfuckers.
You see, don't want it.
I don't cook for you.
No.
If you think you're lonely down.
Wait until you get up in the morning at Jacqueline's house.
Now she gonna have some frozen waffles.
She ain't gonna have that.
Frozen
Jacqueline's like, oh, I
pancakes.
hate it.
Kill off.
That's it.
Kill off.
No, not that. You don't get the grocery. Hey, I have a question for y'all. there are too many contraceptive people to be dealing with this. Thank you, Jasmine. I absolutely agree
What
with
she
that.
say?
You said what?
There are too many contraceptives for people to be dealing with.
And we talked about that on Jasmine episode. They giving that free.
They're giving out free Plan B somewhere.
Yeah, they give out free Plan Bs.
There's a
And
limited
also,
amount.
I'm not gonna say who. Of course, I would never tell who it was, but I have experienced
You
and
can drop
witnessed
it though.
that abortions can take place in Arkansas. You do have to go through counseling to make sure that you still want to do it.
Mhm.
And at 6 weeks, they will give you an abortion. But you have to go through.
For free?
I do think that's important to make sure that you do
Counseling.
go through counseling because that is a.
Yeah, so that is they will
That's
do
a damn
that.
traumatizing.
But also in Arkansas, we also have, for y'all that's getting these marriages and all this other stuff, in Arkansas, they also have what's called a covenant marriage. So in that same aspect that if you go into a marriage, you have to go through so much counseling. And if you want to get a divorce, you still have to go through so much counseling before you get your divorce approved. And it's counseling through a lot of mental health professionals and marriage counselors and stuff. So there's too much out here for you to not. Plan A was to never use Plan B.
Hey.
No, he's not peeing on me. He just put his leg up.
You was trying to hunch your leg.
Was he
was
hunching my
trying to get
leg?
Trying to get a little
I
mad.
see. That's why I don't have boys.
Mondays we're back.
Well, it's been real, y'all.
It's been real, y'all. We do appreciate y'all for tuning
Thank
in.
you.
Tune in, engage in the conversation with us.
If you would like to sponsor or donate to the Melanin cause, you feel free to email us. If you want to be a part of the show, you have to email us first.
And share right now, y'all.
And share right now. Y'all, we do have Cash App for those of you that just want to drop a blessing. The doors of the Melanin Pot are open.
And you can catch us live this Sunday. It's going down one night only.
Oh,
The
my
way we
God.
looking now, we will not leave the same way we came.
Okay.
You look decent. I've seen that.
And on that note, guys, we love you. We hope to see you at O&O.
It's
If
gonna
you
be a
don't
lit
go to
weekend.
O&O, don't drink and drive. Don't drink if you buzz, drunk, or
And if you're gonna have that sex, make sure you pop that condom, you know.
yeah, be safe. Pets are not Christmas presents. There's lifelong responsibilities.
Bye, y'all. It's been
What the
real.
hell was that
See
about?
y'all Sunday if you coming out.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning